Let's see here. Oh, you know what we're gonna check out? We're not gonna watch the whole thing. So, do you guys know who Whitney Cummings is? Maybe one of the worst comedians ever, at least working today. So she had a roast. So she had a roast. They're doing these roast things. She's hooked up with OnlyFans. That's right. No, she's not like she's not showing off skin. She's part of like this offshoot of OnlyFans called OnlyFans TV. Because that's what we need. We need to make OnlyFans more ubiquitous. We gotta make it more powerful. But she did so she roasted Bert Kreischer like a while ago, a couple weeks ago. And now she's doing a roast of herself. I watched most of it. It's not good. It's like one of the worst roasts I've ever seen. The Bert Kreischer one was also very bad, but this is one of the worst ones I've ever seen. And then she has like, but I wanted to show you guys like maybe we'll watch parts of the roast, but I wanted to show you her like when the roastee comes up, the roastee comes up like it's she gives like a speech. She doesn't really so much make jokes. She like gives like a speech about how cancel culture doesn't exist and because we are creating platforms like OnlyFans TV to do roasts. She wants to bring the roast back. She wants to be the roast master. Okay. Trembling says, laugh out loud. Yes, I saw this on Red Bar, the cringiest shit imaginable. Yes, I think I don't know if I saw that Red Bar. Maybe I saw a clip from it or something. I try to respect Red Bar, and I try to only watch it on his website. Alas, I'm waiting for them to have a sale. I used to be a Scars Club. I used to be in Scars Club, but I'm paying for so much shit these days. Tremlich says, not the roast of herself. I saw him do the one with Bert Kreischer. Yeah. Zoomerk says, not easy to roast oneself. No, when you're the roastee, at the end, you get to go up and basically give it back to everybody. So you get to go make jokes about everybody. That's per tradition. But this, man, I watched it the other night. Or like I said, most of it. Ain't no good. Ain't no bueno. But let's see here. Should we just start watching it and see how far we get? What the fuck is this? It's so weird. Like the way I don't understand Whitney Cummings. Like I don't understand her persona. She's just like this vaguely. I'm like she doesn't. She's not even like a comedian to me anymore. She's just like an influencer. She's taken on this kind of weird fucking vibe. Oh, it's gonna be so hard to scrub around on this. What the fuck is? She looks like a frog. That's like an alien face. Oh my god. Tremlich says it's her and Sarah Silverman. Norm was shitting on about female comedians only having to be passively attractive and say crude things. Oh yeah, I'll take. You know what though? If I had to choose between Whitney Cummings and Sarah Silverman, I'll take Sarah Silverman any day, any fucking day of the week. I'll take Sarah Silverman over Whitney Cummings. Cummings, she's awful. She's just not funny. She is like this. Her and what's her name? Amy Schumer. They're like this. They don't think they started that way, but somewhere along the line, they became the stereotype of the bad female comic. They became like the meme of like women aren't funny. Like they literally became that. It's fucking because they don't. It's fucking like go watch like the Leather Special. Amy Schumer's The Leather Special. It's one of the worst stand-ups I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. Maybe other than this roast. I have not watched anything Whitney Cummings has done in like more than a decade, so I have no idea if her stand-up is funny or whatever, but I have a feeling no. I have a feeling that is no. Hagbert says, yeah, Sarah Silverman was at least part of Mr. Show. Yeah, part of Mr. Show. Sarah Silverman back in the day, even going up to the Sarah Silverman show, the one that was on Comedy Central, funny. I don't know what it is. Like all of these comedians that they became very successful, they don't have to worry about anything anymore. And then they wanted to they don't realize they're doing it, but they're like trying to pull the ladder up behind them, being like, well, you can't become successful based off of the criteria that I became successful. The times are different. I'm sorry. Comedy has changed. What is appropriate has changed. Back in the day, Sarah Silverman could, be in blackface, dress like Hitler, and say the N-word. But you guys, if you do anything like that, well, maybe you might be a Nazi. Like I can't tell if you're joking or not. Like it's so obnoxious. Trembling says Whitney Cummings is 90% face fillers. She apparently gets new fillers under her cheeks every month. Yikes. Yikes. And yeah, she's one of the people that's also embraced that. Like, she's embraced that about herself. Oh, see, and like they're making fun of the trolls, guys. Oh shit. See this, you're not gonna, their player is so awful. I'm not gonna be able to skip around. Okay, so in the window it said Reddit, and then there was a bunch of clowns like masturbating. It's because those are the trolls, dudes. Those are the haters. These wildly successful human beings that are millionaires. I mean, she is one of the most successful television, like sitcom producers ever. Two Broke Girls, even her sitcom, The Whitney Show, whatever the fuck it was called, Whitney. Those were actually pretty successful for her, especially Two Broke Girls, which I've never seen a single episode of, but people tend to like it. I know my in-laws really like that show, but they also like a lot of stupid sitcoms. They like a lot of garbage. See, she's hard. She's like, trolls. Whatever, guys.
Welcome to the OnlyFans roast of Whitney Cummings.
Sit up straight when she enters the room. Be enthused, but don't look too amused. This is her queendom. Please respect her rule. Hurry up quick, El Jefe's coming soon. Sit up straight when she enters the room. Be enthused, but don't look too amused. This is her queendom. Please respect her rule.
And your host for the evening, Hannah Stocking.
I don't know who this is. There's only like 3 women involved in this roast. And they're all kind of like follow in the footsteps of Whitney Cummings, which is because they're middle aged. They're in their 40s, early to mid 40s, maybe late 40s. I think Whitney Cummings in her late 40s, and they're terminally insecure about getting old, and it's the focus of their life. And they do this kind of shit and dress this way to show people that they're still sexy. Okay, they're still sexy ladies. Trebling says, I used to get her and Olivia Munn mixed up a lot. Same phenotype of worthless bitch. I've never understood why people find Olivia Munn. Am I thinking of the right person? I gotta make sure, but I've never understood why people find Olivia Munn attractive. I'm gonna make sure I'm looking at. Yeah. No, wait. Oh no, wait. Okay, I take that back. I used to think Olivia Munn, when she was on Attack the Show or whatever, back in those days, was attractive. I don't know anything about her. I barely have ever heard her speak outside of X-Men The Last Stand or whatever that was called. But no, X-Men Apocalypse. That's right. She was in that movie. Trelling says they're all doing the drunken hag whore thing like Chelsea Handler. Yeah. Chelsea Handler basically revolutionized comedy for women over 40. Don't you know? And they all willingly follow in her footsteps.
I'm Hannah Stocking, and if you don't know me, you're old. No, seriously, if you need context, I'm known for being on Vine, YouTube, and TikTok, and for being under the Golden State Warriors, the Utah Jazz, and many, many more.
Like, this is like pity laughter. It's so sad. Because I don't think this woman's a comedian, right? Like, I think this is just one of Whitney's influencer friends. So she has to make jokes about how she's fucked all these basketball players because that's the only thing that's notable about her life. Ooh, that's the only thing anybody out there might know about her. So she has to use that. Well, you might know me. You may you may remember me from such gangbangs as
We're here tonight
I'm
because
Troy
the world
McClure.
is more divided than ever. But the one thing that always unites humanity is calling a smart, successful woman a dumb whore. So I'm a content creator now, but I have a double major in biology and chemistry and actually spent years studying embryonic stem cells.
Oh, how did that work out for you? I guess you were just like, well, just doing something like this would just be so much better. Oh, can we do subtitles? Ooh, there we go.
Or as Whitney calls them, a morning smoothie. I think Whitney and I get along so well because
they just make jokes that they're into witchcraft. That they're just witches. They be witchy. Trembling says, of course, the crowd is full of drag queens and literal clowns. Zoomark is speechless. He was able to get out a wow.
we both love animals. A weird fact about me, my godmother is actually Jane Goodall. And I want to follow in her footsteps, which is why I'm here tonight observing a feral community that is rapidly dying off. I believe shows like this can really unite America. Republicans, Democrats, Libertarians all agree on one thing. Women shouldn't do comedy. I think what we're doing here tonight can heal this country. In fact, the only thing pro-life and pro-choice people can actually agree on is that Whitney Cummings should not have a child.
She is laughing, but it actually hurt her feelings for real.
So,
oh, wow. Dude, I forgot. I guess I had this on in the background while I was doing something else. I think I was playing a game. I think I was playing a game, but this is, dude, it's bad. Like it starts, like you think it could get better. Like wait until the real comedians come out. Not really. There's one person does a good job, and it's like Louis J. Gomez is there. He's the only one that even approaches being funny. Trembling says now she has cum all over her face every morning. Trembling says, of course, that cuck fag Jim Norton is there. Yeah, he's it's a roast, buddy. You got to get Norton in there. Turn the worm. Hagrid says, so in a perfect world, the portal opens and Sam Kinison and Dice walk out and get to work on this rogues gallery of skanks.
excited that tonight's roast will be a return to the risky roast jokes that everyone keeps saying comedians aren't allowed to do anymore. The only filter this roast will have is the one on Whitney's face.
Yeah, so this is a big theme, is that like Whitney Cummings is trying to like position herself as being like this really pro free speech, pro dangerous comedy. Nobody here is going to make very dangerous jokes. And then she goes like, I don't think, listen, I say we're not going to watch the whole thing. We probably will. But she goes on a diatribe later about like how you just have to tell good jokes. Trans people don't like, it's not that trans people don't want to hear trans jokes. They just don't want to hear bad trans jokes, okay? They don't want to hear bad trans jokes, you fucking asshole. You fucking Reddit trolls.
She's producing this whole thing, so my guess is by the time she's done editing, we'll all look her age and she'll look like a hot snowman. I do love this Wild West thing that's going on. I'm actually starting to think that Whitney made this cowboy theme so that someone would finally call her partner. Ladies and gentlemen, and whatever the rest of you up here are you ready for the roast of Whitney Cummings? I'm going to try to get this moving as quickly as possible so I can get out of here before anyone asks me to do their podcast. So here we go. Your first roaster of the evening, Jim Norton, is a legend. And yes, people will make fun of him and his body, but I like a dad bod. And Jim Norton has a dad bod.
You know what? I got to tell you this. Listen, let's just say facts, okay? Jim Norton and Michael Keaton have a very similar body and shape. Let's just put it out there. Jim Norton could have stood in for Michael Keaton. You know? Michael Keaton could have fallen that thing and they do like a face swap. They, Keaton just records his dialogue in a studio. Have Jim Norton go out there and take the slings and arrows. Trevin says, Luis Gomez on this one, Big J on the Burt one. They should be ashamed of themselves, and they're in a podcast called Legion of Skanks. Yeah, this is like, I don't understand like everybody's loyalty to Whitney Cummings. Well, no, I take that back. I do. I completely understand it because she is super rich and connected, and they will not alienate anybody that's successful. All comedians, they don't alienate people that could help them out in their career. That's all. At some point you're like, why are you guys even doing this anymore? It's not for the love of comedy. Come on now. It's just about getting that house.
And a mom bot in the trunk of his car. Please welcome Jim Norton.
Thank you very much. Nice hand for a Hannah Stocking, huh? I mean, she's the reason Drake puts hot sauce in condoms. Bob the Drag Queen, it sounds like a game at a homophobic carnival. You look like someone put the Village People in a blender. You're so big, Jeffrey Dahmer would have needed to buy a second freezer. You look like...
See that clown? That clown he was like, dude, Jimmy, you killed it. You killed it, S.A. Oh, thank you so much.
Dennis Rodman fucked Patrice O'Neal. I can only imagine how hard it is to be a drag.
Also, they're oddly, for some reason, the Burt Kreischer one was the same way. They're like all super edited. They're all very edited. Like they edit down the roast like a lot. And I'm like, why? Like you're on OnlyFans TV. Like what are you trying to produce here? Like, wouldn't you want like the rawest kind of, when I watch like a roast, I like when it's kind of raw and it's a little all over the place, a little sloppy, because it makes you feel real. Makes it feel like you can feel the chaos. Even back in the day, some of like when Comedy Central first started doing roasts, there's some pretty wild shit that went on in those roasts. This is so like fake edgy. It's killing me. It is. It's an old person's version, an old successful person, actually. An old successful person's version of like doing something subversive and edgy.
Queen to put on makeup and hide your masculine features. Annie. Look at this set though. I mean, honestly, look at the effort they went to. You went all out with the rodeo theme. There's a saloon, horses, and upstairs is an exact replica of the room that Lewis's mother overdosed-doed in.
We're friends.
I know. I apologize. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. You're dressed like every pimp who has gotten me a girlfriend. I'm sorry I said that. Also, congratulations, Annie.
So you know that Jim Norton's one of these very like pro-trans people guys, and the only reason he's pro-trans is because he's like has a sexual fetish. Like it has nothing to do with the fact that they're like their rights. They have a right to do this or that or be in certain spaces. It's no, he just wants to keep that churning. He wants to keep that churning, that conveyor belt of trannies for him to fuck and suck one day. Zoomer says, not laughing. This is Mark's TV. Trembling says, Red Bar went over that, and you see it in the credit scenes of the Burt one. Cummings is a control freak and has terrible instincts. Yeah, she ain't no good. No good for real things. If you want something like a sitcom, it seems like she probably has very good instincts, right? In terms of like what people would want. But when you take on something like a roast or something that's supposed to be a little bit more authentic, a little bit more raw, no.
Letterman for finally being on OnlyFans without a zucchini in your hand. Hannah Stocking, you're doing a great job tonight. I became a fan of yours when I was watching you back on Vine, and I realized I could come twice in 6 seconds. Hannah, you're funny and you're beautiful, and if you had a dick, I'd marry you. Dan Levy looks like an IT guy, and by that I mean he kidnaps children in sewers. And Luis J. Gomez, who I really do love, People keep accusing you of being January 6th of rioting, but it looks like the only thing you did on January 6th was raid the Capitol Grill.
I like that Louis J. Gomez because he's like not a complete. I mean, he's a fucking libtard. Don't get me wrong, but they're a little bit open to like heading towards the right in some respect. Dave Smith obviously being involved with libertarians and whatnot. And that makes you like they're like I think there's like 5 January 6th jokes in regards to Louis J. Gomez. Zoomberg says makes me want to eat out Bono. Hey now.
This next one is very mean. So if you didn't like that, Louis does MMA because his MOM OD'd. LOL. And Louis, by the way,
dude, that's not a good joke. That's not remotely fucking funny. And look at this guy. Look at him hooping and hollering. He knows where his butter's bread. His bread is buttered, rather. He knows where his bread is buttered. He's like, oh, Jim Norton, we both live in New York. I see you sometimes. You cad. You old Weisenheimer. Trump says, it makes me sad that I ever thought Norton's wormy ass was funny back on O&A. Well, because, back in the day, if you go back to like watching like Tough Crowd and stuff, like Jim Norton's like, and he's depressed and he's like super aggressive and he's like nasty and mean spirited. Now he's like a fucking Buddhist monk now. It's all awesome. Hybrid says that MMA joke was 100% written by Rich Voss. I could see that.
It has worked with Key and Peele, which means he sold both cocaine and oranges.
Dude, did you see her reaction? Can I go back? Watch Whitney's reaction here. Watch her fucking reaction. She looks like she was caught off guard by the brilliance of that joke. She is putting in a performance here.
Which means he sold both cocaine and oranges.
You look at that.
Louis Gomez.
I almost don't believe that is the reaction she had to that joke. They just edited that in, to help, to save the worm's feelings or something.
Gomez is such a dick that every time he talks, Robin wants to cut him off. You look like a hooker from MASH.
Look at this. The tranny queen of comedy, everybody. It's a Julie Tran. Julie Tran. Something tells me Julie's probably still got her dick. Jimmy. Maybe you should check. Look, he's actually looking. See, that's called negging, everybody. Out in the dating world, I don't know if you guys are familiar with much red pill or dating content, but that's called negging. He's negging. He's negging Tran here. Negging her. He's like, huh? You hear what I said? You want to prove me wrong later? Yeah? Okay. Trump says, Norton said the same continual bit about my mom dying from our show. Yeah, like the Jubilee, like they're like, these are knee slappers for them. Zoomerk says, obviously it's staged. Oh shit, he's coming in with the conspiracy. It's staged.
Who the fuck did your transition surgery? Dr. Ken? Jesus Christ. And I really...
You guys, because they're both Asian. Don't you get it? They're both Asian.
Do love you, Annie Letterman. No relation to David Letterman, although they are both known for having a huge gap. In high school, Annie was voted most likely...
Like, what the fuck, dude?
...to remain a 6. Donnell, I love you too. Donnell's 2 most impressive credits are being in The Wire and driving Chappelle to the airport. Donnell, you look like a tree frog.
Like, that's actually like fucking like approaches being humorous and nobody really laughs about it.
Chappelle to the
like, that is funny to say, Darnell, you look like a fucking tree frog, and like nobody laughs.
airport.
Watch out. Everybody's
Donnell,
like,
you look like a tree frog.
like, because they're worried. They're like, oh, am I going to get accused of being a racist? Am I going to get accused of being a racist if I laugh at this black man being called a tree frog? Look at him. No laugh, no smiles. Whitney's barely laughing.
And roasting Whitney on OnlyFans, honestly, the only thing that could be a greater honor would be roasting any other comedian on any other platform. I love your work. I honestly do. Then again, I love being pissed on by prostitutes. And two broke.
Don't you guys? It's edgy, dude. It's edgy. It's subversive. It's fucking cool. Don't you get it? Don't you fucking see? She's changing it. She's changing it. She's changing comedy. We're going back, boys. We're going back. Watch out, everybody. It's almost N-word time.
Girls is huge in China. I guess that's because everyone there thought, 2 girls? What the fuck is this about? Whitney has dedicated her life to saving horses. It's the only time she can shop in the bridal section. Whitney, honestly, I really do love you. I've known you since 2008. I had a show on HBO called Down and Dirty, and I put Whitney on HBO. And what a way to say thanks. Having me perform in front of a fucking pride march on Santa Monica Boulevard. Well done. Thank you guys very much. And I really do love you, Whitney, very much.
Jim Norton, the only turtle to ever get.
Like, it has such an awkward rhythm because of the way they've cut this together. Like, it's okay if you did like a, you know, like do one of those crane pullback shots. Norton goes to his seat. The host comes up to the stage. You let the music naturally have like a sense of coming in and fading out. And you're just like, the way that it makes it feel uncomfortable. Like the way this is edited together kind of gives me anxiety. Hold on. I'm just saying. Trembling says this bitch really does cackle like the spirit cooking witch she is.
Evicted from his shell. This next comic is truly forgettable. I'll never remember the first time I saw him perform. He released a comedy special called Lion, and that's what people are doing when they say they actually watched it. Please welcome Dan.
Like somebody wrote her this material. Like these are professionals, okay? These are top of the fucking heap. Okay, people pay good money to watch these people tour. It's rough out there, man. This is Whitney Cummings' fault. This is fucking Joe Rogan's fault, okay? Joe Rogan is partially responsible for this too, because Joe Rogan is a mediocre comedian that's very popular, and he kind of opens the door for all these other mediocre hacks because they're friends of his. And if people say that they don't like him, he'll try to Daniel Penny you. He'll take you out like Richard Neely. Or Jordan Neely. I'm sorry, Michael Jackson. I can't keep his name straight. Trembling says, why does this guy coming in think he's Joe Bob Briggs? Oh, don't you understand? They're at a hootenanny. They're at a Cowboys. Yeah.
You do what you want when you hot. Hannah Stocking is the richest person on this stage. That is not a joke. It's the first line of my suicide notes. To put that in perspective, you take everyone on this side of the stage and add up their net worth. That's almost the number of NBA players she's fucked. Hannah has fucked so many basketball stars.
See, back in the day, if this was in the early 2000s or the late 90s, they would have just said black guys. It would have been like, Hannah has fucked so many black guys. That's what it would have been. And you would have that fat bitch. What's her name? She would have been up there too, saying like, I'm just jealous because you fucked all that black cock before I got to. You burned them out, Hannah. Expectations are too high now. How am I supposed to get railed by black bull cock? What's that lady's name? Lisa Lampanelli. That's what it is.
They call her vagina the player's tunnel. They would call it the Staples Center, but that's what they call the underside of Whitney's tits. Do you guys remember when Whitney all of a sudden just had boobs and she thought she was going to get away with it? I didn't hear from her for 2 weeks. And then she shows up and she was like, how was your weekend? And I was like, I don't know. How was your trip to Dollywood? What the fuck?
See, this is the thing. It's because like when you used to watch roasts, like old roasts, they all knew each other. Like they were all friends. So they would have like really cutting and actually funny jokes, right? Now they don't know who the fuck each other are. They don't know each other. Most of these people do not know each other personally. So what they have to do is like Google them and then write jokes based off their Google searches. That's what this is, because he doesn't know her. He has no real relationship with this person at all. It's just low tier, low effort stuff. And this is what passes nowadays. This is what passes. These are the new kings and queens of comedy. Oh boy. How bad will it get?
Don't ever hug me again. And I do feel slightly weird doing this. You know, I mean, we're here on an old Western set, taking unprovoked shots at a talented woman. I feel like Alec Baldwin.
Topical, nice. Like, dude, it's so bad. It's so hack. It's also that it's like it's a little gay.
I had
like this joke. We're taking shots at like talented women.
Google all of you creeps to write these jokes.
There it is. Admission. He admits it. He admits it. The truth is out there.
I'm on OnlyFans and the no-fly list. My wife is super thrilled. To everyone on the dais, a wife is someone you marry. Jim Norton's here. I've always been a big fan. I watched every episode of Tough Crowd. For those who don't know what that is, Tough Crowd was a TV show and also what Jim calls one too many fingers up the asshole. Louis J. Gomez is here. We've actually never met in person. Seriously. Louis, I'm Dan.
This is so bad.
You may know me as one of the Jews who controls the weather. Which,
like, just because they're known to be like, are they known? Is the Legion of Skanks known to be like some sort of right show? I think like Big J. Ogerson and Louis J. Gomez, they're fucking libtard coomers, dude. You know, say what you will about Dave Smith. Guy fucking annoys me. But at least he's not a complete fucking retard. Traveling says, catty fag humor, how amusing. Zoomer says, women scare me. I really don't want the responsibility of having to put them down.
Which means I have some intel for you. Your career is cooling off. Robin Tran is here. Look, I don't want to make any offensive jokes about you being Asian, gay, or trans. Instead, I just want to focus on the other things that are wrong with you. Robin doesn't need the surgery. She's on so many antidepressants, her dick hasn't worked in years. Donnell Rawlings is here. I love Donnell. He's such a good friend. If you need someone to sit there and do nothing while you're attacked in front of 17,000 people at the Hollywood Bowl, Donnell is your guy. Bob the drag queen also here. Bob was abandoned by his father. In fact, I think the reason he does drag is so he could finally know what it feels like to be tucked in. My friend Annie Letterman is here. We're actually doing this.
Trembling says there isn't a shred of talent between these women, and most of them aren't even actually women. Trembling also says they get called right wing because they tell jokes that everyone did in the 2000s. Yeah, yes, essentially, right? So of course that means they're members of the Nazi Party. Trembling follows up with, yeah, that's what I thought. I've only watched, I'm not a big Legion of Skanks personally. I haven't really watched a lot of their stuff. Most of my like familiarity with them is probably through Red Bar, honestly. I mean, I've watched a few things when they had like a guest that I wanted to see. Like I generally think that Shane Gillis guy is pretty funny, and I think he was on maybe around the time he got fired from SNL or something. Can't remember.
Tonight on OnlyFans so her dad can watch. Annie was also a junior Olympic swimmer, which is why her shoulders are so big. Annie's shoulders are more broad than Whitney's definition of feminism.
Like, what the fuck what does that even mean? And look at her cackling like, oh, this is highbrow. This is highbrow smarty pants. Highbrow smarty pants comedy. Okay. Dude, I told you guys. Like, I know I'm stopping and stuff, Hey guys, it's my fault. It's my fault. It's not good. If I had just let this play out, if I just let it flow, guys, it totally would have worked. These jokes would land. You'd be loving it. Okay. So I take responsibility. But my God, but seriously, my fucking God. It doesn't get better. Like, it does not get better. Like I said, Louis J. Gomez, maybe kind of a bright spot. That was it.
Whitney Cummings, a.k.a. Vaginefeld. What can I say about Whitney that hasn't already been whispered the second she walks into the Comedy Store? A lot of people say I am Whitney's only...
Like, somebody like Whitney Cummings is like, prides herself in the fact that she's like a dumb bitch that everybody finds annoying. Like, that's a value to her. Like, that's a virtue. She likes that. That's why it's so funny, because it's so true.
Friend, but that's not true. We are acquaintances. People have always said Whitney is lying about her age. She's been dealing with this shit even back when she was a writer on Gilligan's Island.
Look, guys, I'm sorry for stopping. So I'm really sorry, but every couple seconds, there's something that requires commentary. Look at her reaction to this Gilligan's Island joke.
Back when she was a writer on Gilligan's Island.
What the fuck is that? She did like a monkey that's a monkey clap. You get the monkey with the cymbals and it goes like this and it's crashing. That's what she's doing. She can't control herself. Like, it's so mechanical and fake. That's like a Herman Munster clap. Like that's how remember the Munsters? Not the Rob Zombie one. Well, I guess you could see him do that in the Rob Zombie one. But this is like Herman fucking Munster clapping. Fucking wild. Trembling says she really thinks she's part of the McLaughlin group. Oh, yeah.
Whitney has inspired so many female comics to pray for her downfall. Whitney said she'd only ever be the guest of honor at a roast once her dad passed. And he did, so tonight's going to be rough. But this is how comics celebrate comics. And Whitney is beloved in the comedy community. She's always invited on podcasts like The Joe Rogan Experience, H3H3, and Your Mom's House. At this point, she could do anything.
See, they got to throw in H3H3 because these are influencer types. They're in the know, okay? They're watching what the kids are watching. I wonder what the demo, what is the demo? Like, what's the demographics for fucking the H3H3 podcast? I cannot imagine anyone like under the age of 27 watching that. Maybe, but really it should be like 40-year-old wine moms. But I guess the new 40-year-old wine mom is like the 28-year-old wine mom or wine abortionist, maybe. The wine whores that look like they're 40. They're not really 40. They look like they're 40. Zoomer says, pull up a sea lion clapping. Very accurate. That would be also accurate.
But call her daddy.
Oh, man. What a good one.
But seriously, Whitney, I love you. You've always been in my corner and I'll always be in yours. And I don't care what anyone says, okay? I don't care what I just said. You are more than okay. You're a great person. Thank you so much. I love you, Whitney.
Like, what was that? Like, you hear that weird? I don't know if I know, like I said, StreamYard fucks the sound up a little bit. Did you hear this weird? I feel like I think if you listen, you can hear the same laugh twice.
And I don't care what anyone says, okay? I don't care what I just said. You are more than okay. You're a great person. Thank you so much. I love you.
Yeah, that's canned laughter. They're putting canned laughter in.
More than okay. You're a great person.
Like that's not natural. Like the rising of the laughter is not natural. Oh my god. What the fuck? Trembling says, I bet she'd bleed if you thumped her stretched out face skin.
I don't care what I just said. You are more than okay.
Listen.
You're a great person. Thank you so much. I love you, Whitney.
Like that's I think that's is definitely pumped up with artificial, and they would make excuses like, well, you know, we didn't have the audience mic'd up and to really have that experience, you know, blah blah blah. No, we can tell, Whitney. We know nobody was laughing at your unfunny friends, even your fucking the mentally ill people you brought with you. Even they're having a hard time.
But I'm gonna go finish on top. You get what you want when you pop. You do what you want when you
Dan is Jewish. I wanted to make a joke about a dreidel, but that wouldn't make any sense because a dreidels a top, and Dan is clearly a bottom.
Like, I don't even understand. Like, are they just saying he's gay just because? I mean, he made references to being married. Are they just saying he's gay because he's just like a normal looking dude? He's just like an average looking person. So they're just like, oh, he's gay. Oh, don't you guys? Yeah, dude, he looks like a twink, dude. I don't know. Trembling says, remember those villains from Star Trek Insurrection? I do. Yes. Or like the fucking old lady from Brazil. In Brazil. That's what I would think of. Am I beautiful?
Our dais tonight is full of inspiring women, aspiring women, and one perspiring woman. You may recognize her from taking a very loud phone call in the lobby of a Planned Parenthood. Please welcome Annie Letterman.
Yeah. See, Annie Letterman, you got to feel kind of bad for Annie Letterman because she's not as wealthy as Whitney Cummings, okay? She can't afford like the personal trainers and the and like, you know, the adrenochrome and the stem cells to rub all over her body, and she can't bathe in blood once a week in her backyard. So she's just looking old. She's looking older. Annie Lederman's got to be what? How old is Annie Lederman? I'm probably going to look her up. She's like, oh, she's like 28. Should be sad. Annie Lederman. Let's see. How old is Annie Lederman? Annie Lederman is, she's 39. Okay. So she's kind of like, she's aging kind of like a normal person. Whitney's got to be like 6 or 7 years older than her. But she's trying to be like a Whitney Cummings, right? What the fuck is this outfit? Like, what the fuck is this outfit? Like, have some fucking respect for yourself. I'm not saying because it's immodest or whatever. It's just like, girl, just wear, you know, you can wear a fucking t-shirt or something. You know, wear a blouse. Wear a nice blouse. A nice cowboy themed Western blouse, okay? Trembling says her dad was Bruce Campbell in Escape from LA.
Hi, guys.
I cannot believe she's only 39. Am I being unfair? Am I being unfair by thinking that? I mean, I'm not saying like she's not like a monster or anything by any stretch of the imagination, but it seems like there's some miles on that Mazda. You know what I mean?
How's it going? I'm so excited to be here. Before this, Whitney told me that this was a dais of her closest friends. Bitch, did you mean your grossest friends? Look at these monsters. There's so many creepy guys with manginas on this dais. I feel like I'm in Silence of the Lambs. Fun fact.
That was almost funny. Props to Annie Lederman. Almost a joke. Almost a real joke. Crunk the Madman says, what the fuck are we doing now? We're watching the Whitney Cummings roast, the roast of Whitney Cummings on OnlyFans TV.
I'm the only woman on the dais Jim Norton hasn't tried to blow. Norton, you bald baby bird. You're doing really well considering you fell out of your nest far before you were ready to hatch. No wonder you love having a worm in your mouth. You look like something Robin Tran's family bought at a wet market. If you put Jim in a fryer, Donnell might eat him.
Oh, shit.
I am so sorry, Donnell. I was trying not to do any hacky fried chicken jokes, but you literally have Popeyes.
I wasn't laughing at the special. I was laughing at Trembling Color's comment here. He says, "This bitch on stage with the smoker's voice, acting like her eggs aren't as dry as a wasp nest."
I really do love him. I owe him so much. He's the reason I can afford such an expensive purse. And Lewis is the reason why I won't put it down. Take a good look at Donnell, Bob the drag queen. That's exactly what you're going to look like when Lewis steals your wig. Bob's crotch reminds me of Whitney's face. Unnaturally smooth and smells like dick. Hannah went to school in Ashland. Ashland is also what she calls her mattress after game night.
Oh, we got another joke. Joke alert. Joke alert. Another actual joke was made. It's two.
And Dan Levy is here. I know you're the only one that's really friends with Whitney because she's clearly known you long enough to owe you a favor. I mean, how the fuck did you get on this roast, Dan? Dan's kind of like a Jew for Jesus because he does missionary work in bed.
What a fucking... These are supposed to be like... Dude, I cannot wait until we get to the end where Whitney goes on like a fucking 10-minute tirade about how she's saving comedy. And because we're so fucking edgy, we're so fucking cool here on OnlyFans TV. Crunk the Madman says to Trembling, "This humor is like visiting a nudist colony with sandpaper furniture."
Fucking vanilla dork. He makes airplane sounds when he puts his dick in his wife's mouth. Dan, are you afraid to have charisma because it sounds too much like the name of a black person? Robin Tran is here.
It took him a second. He was like, "What? What is she saying? What is she saying?" Crunk the Madman says, "I have no clue who any of these twats are." Yeah, we don't know who most of them are. Well, Annie Lederman, Louis J. Gomez, Whitney Cummings, obviously. I've seen Julie Tran, and I've seen Jim Norton. Well, maybe I just like named all of them, so I guess I'm a liar. I know who all of them are, I guess.
Like the name of a black person?
Look at him. It's washing over him. He's like, holy shit. Did she really just go there, guys? Did she really just fucking go there? Wow. Only on OnlyFans TV, guys. Only on OnlyFans TV. Drumming says LA comedians have never been funny at any period in history. Crunk says some of the names ring a bell. Yeah, no, LA comedians have always been the lesser comedians. Their lives are too easy. Their lives are too easy. You got to be in New York. You got to have a fucking winter. Also, I think that's like it's a taste thing as well. I grew up in New England. I'm from Massachusetts. I skew towards like the New England, New York comedy scene. Like that's way more in lieu with my worldview. Or we have a lot of shared experiences. There's a lot of depression, a lot of nastiness, a lot of mean spiritedness on the East Coast.
Robin Tran is here. Robin looks like that Asian girl who drowned in the water tank at Cecil Hotel if they found her now.
That's not bad. That was okay. It was an actual joke.
Robin can't help it. She's a social justice warrior. She stands up for a lot of things, like peeing. And now for the man of the hour, my friend Whitney Cummings.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I love you to pieces. The only thing I'm worried about is getting cut out and digitally replaced with Tig Notaro.
I mean, that's not bad. It's a solid joke, Whitney Cummings. She's kind of like Oprah Winfrey and Harvey Weinstein. Just serving them up to her old friend Dalia. Serving them up. And he was feasting at that buffet.
Happens to all her friends eventually.
That's the bravest shit that will be said all night.
That's the bravest shit. That is like, it's a solid joke. It's a solid kick. How is that the bravest shit that's going to be? Why would that be the bravest shit that's going to be said all night? It's like pretty middle of the road. Like any average person that were to go up there could have made that joke. Like, you're not digging super deep for that joke. I can respect that it's a joke, but how is she so like blown away? Does she take no? I don't even know what she said about Crystalia. I have no idea what their relationship is or whatever. I don't know. As of now, I know that they were super close for a long time. Like I'm telling you, she's the madam. She's the Oprah Winfrey to Crystalia's Harvey Weinstein. But she's like I want to see this response again. He. Look, she looks like a gelfling from the Dark Crystal.
That's the bravest shit that will be said all night.
Now, was that a compliment or was that a warning? Was that like, don't go near the fucking Dalia stuff? That's what she's telling everybody else there. Don't go near the Dalia stuff, guys. Otherwise, I'll ruin your careers. Trembling says, quote unquote, oh, I get it. All of Whitney's male comedian friends have been accused of rape and grooming. Crunk says, like a gelfling that is on Weight Watchers. That's true. That's fair. That's fair.
And you will never see it on the show. She's like, snip, cut that one out. Whitney, you remind me of...
No, but you know, which is weird because maybe everybody took a slam, and that was the one she decided to keep in because her and Annie Lederman are so close. Well, as long as it's coming in from Annie, guys. I don't actually know any of these other people.
Siegfried and Roy. Not because you could sell at a theater in Vegas, but more just like the shitty outfits and the fact that you get attacked by your own animals. I mean, Whitney loves her dogs, but if you follow her on Instagram, you've seen enough ER pics to know they fucking hate her. Whitney said in her book that she triumphed over an eating disorder. I'd like to see her triumph over her personality disorder. Here's the first lie in that joke, that I read a book.
Dude, like seriously, like what is happening? What the fuck? What the fuck? They make a living doing this.
It's never happened, never read one once. If anyone's ever wondering what drugs I'm doing, just check what's missing from Whitney's medicine cabinet. I learned it from you, Dad. I learned it from you. Here's a math.
Whitney's so rich. Whitney's like she's like the madam, dude. She's like the evil witch up on the fucking hill in the Hollywood Hills. She's up there in those mountains in California doing witchcraft. Come to my parties. Come do my drugs. Come on. You'll stay young forever. You'll stay young forever if you just come with me and drink from this canteen where she steals your soul. Okay? Trembling says, Whitney has permanent evil Jack Nicholson eyebrows. This is fucking true. Look at him right there on that freeze frame. Crunk says, this is Chelsea Handler level shit. It is. Like, Whitney's the madame, the madam. This is like Suspiria. They have like a Suspiria situation going on here. But like Chelsea Handler's like, so Whitney runs the dance studio. Chelsea Handler's the old hag witch that's in the back. The really frightening one. The final boss of Suspiria. Crunk says that room smells like lost souls in adrenochrome. It does. You can tell. We're on the same page, Crunk. We're on the same page.
Problem for you, Whitney.
Uh-oh.
What do you get when you divide 6 hair colors over 3 months? Bipolar 2. Ooh, boy, did Whitney go wild over the pandemic. And that's when we got really close. People were so worried about her. They kept asking me, is Whitney okay? Is Whitney okay? I was like, does okay stand for on ketamine? Because then, yes, she is okay.
Like this roast is like the front room of the Eyes Wide Shut party. This is what they put in the front room to throw people off. People will come there to the party that think they're going to go to a wild party. They say Fidelio at the door. They go in, and then they're here They're handed a clown mask. And they're like, what the fuck's going on? This is awful. Why would I stay here? I guess I'm not going to wait to go into the next room. This is part of the humiliation ritual that you have to go into to get into those parties. You have to, this is a Maria Abramovich, whatever that lady's name is. This is her. This is one of her art installations. She's all into like pain and pleasure and shit. How far can I, how much physical pain can I take? Well, now she's doing psychological torture, and it's this fucking roast.
I love you, Whitney. I love you so much.
Keep it going for Larry the Cable Girl. This next roaster won RuPaul's Drag Race and has 3 stand-up specials. Bob belongs on a runway because she's shaped like a 747. Please welcome Bob the Drag Queen.
See, like, you gotta do it. They gotta stand up for the drag community. That's where Whitney was like, make sure there's a fucking trans person and make sure there's a fucking drag queen. This is about comedy. This is about free speech. Crunk says, pretty sure they're all eating pizza and drinking hot dog cocktails. Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's getting scary out there. Trumlick says, Annie Lederman is every drunken whore in their early 30s that cry themselves to sleep for being unmarried and the childless's favorite comedian.
I deserve that. Thank you.
See, Louis J. Gomez, you just didn't see that. He's out of there. He's like, sorry, can't do this, guys. Oh, no, never mind. I'm sorry. That's a cowboy clown. I thought it was Louis J. Gomez. My apologies. I didn't mean to be racist. Don't cancel me. Crunk says, trembling, don't talk about my sister that way. Wait, she got married. Sucker. No, I'm just joking.
I deserve that. Thank you. Listen, this is for OnlyFans TV, which is apparently a thing now. And when they reached out, they were like, this is going to be the show and the roast where you can say what nobody else is saying.
Can you believe that? I guarantee you this is real. They sent out a fucking email to these people. Even these fucking jamokes, these fucking nobody losers that just need a job. They're going to take the job, Whitney. You don't have to sell it as be like, this is going to be the most subversive, edgy, off-the-chain special that anyone has ever seen. Clearly not necessary. Does this entice you, Bob the drag queen? Can you spare the time in your very busy, popular, famous career that you have? The celebrity that you've endured, can it endure a little bit more light? Fuck me. Well, not really. Not you, Bob. Not you. That's for Jim Norton. See, I can make jokes too. I can make roast quality jokes as well. Just happened. Just did it. Crunk says, pretty sure that guy is blind, deaf, and loves women that look like a fridge. My brother-in-law, that is. Yikes!
So let's give it a try. Whitney Cummings is the funniest woman in comedy. No, I can vouch for Lewis's whereabouts on January 6th. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Do you think Bob, when they heard that somebody else made a January 6th joke, I think it might have been the host, I think Bob panicked. He's like, oh shit. Crunk the Madman says, screw you, Shaun. Pretty sure that brother-in-law has a fart fetish too. Why else would he marry that gassy heifer? Thanks for making me figure that out. Oh shit. Saving lives over here on Nightcap. Changing relationships.
I can vouch for that. Hannah, I'm your father and I'm proud of you. Robin Tran is so...
I don't get that joke. I guess Hannah doesn't know who her father is. The obvious joke, you would want to do something about being black because of all of the black guys she fucked. Oh, look at this. Look at this. This is history right here, guys. This is this is history right here. You see what the fuck is happening right here? You see what's happening right now? Robin Tran is so beautiful. A drag queen meeting a dead dick trans person, sharing the frame. Well, a split frame, but a frame nonetheless. Okay? This is history. This is historic. Crunk says this pause screen is a meme. I agree. It really is. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. It's like so hack. It's just such hack shit. I don't even know what to say anymore. So it's so upsetting.
Beautiful. No one's saying this stuff. Like, people making jokes about you for being trans. Bitch, that's the least of your fucking worries. Bitch, you look like Pillsbury Joe Coy.
And also, this is the thing when they get with when they make jokes about Asian people, it's just about like Asian references. You look like this Asian actor. You look like you belong with this Asian person. That's about as deep as it goes. But not just tonight, too. Asian people get like such a weird deal in culture right now. Like, even when they have like movies with like Asian people in it, they're like, well, what if all of the cast was Asian? What if they were all Asian? And you have that movie Crazy Rich Asians. That makes sense. But when it's just like a show, like just a random movie or show, like, no, it's all Asian people. Yeah, Asian. It's just almost an entirely Asian cast. Why? I don't know. Asian representation, brother. Don't you understand that? Asian people live in this country too. You think there's not enough Asian people to populate the cast of a drama sitcom or a series or a movie? You're out of your mind, bro. You're racist. You're a bigot. Whoa.
Jesus.
Oh, look at her. And she's stomping her feet. I'm telling you, I apologize. I am sorry I am stopping this much. You guys know I'm a little bitch and I stop all the time. But this is insane. This is fucking madness. It's embarrassing. Like, I am embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for her. About this whole production. Maybe when she saw it all coming together, she just knew it was awful. And she feels like just to save her ego in some way, she just has to lean really hard into it. They actually, you know what? I think they've reused this shot a few times. This woman has had this expression on her face more than one time. I feel like I can't really scrub back because the player is pretty bad, but they cut to her earlier, and I believe it was the same shot. I could be wrong, but I could be right. I could be goddamn right. Drumming says they're trying to get China to watch Hollywood shit, which they're increasingly not doing anymore. That's probably true. Crunk says something tells me that woman makes that expression all the time. Yeah. How else is she gonna catch the load? See, look at me. Roast Master Shaun. Yeah, that's my new name.
Oh my God, Quinta Brunson from Abbott Elementary. That's Donnell Rawling. Sorry.
That's not funny. Like, they just made a joke that because, all black people know each other. All black people know each other.
From Abbott Elementary. That's Donnell Rawling. Sorry. Look at this tiny little thing. Honestly, you look like a racist doll that I'd be mad if I found in Whitney's kitchen. You know what I mean?
He's like, yep.
I'd be like, this.
Pay me, motherfucker. Actually, Donald Rawlings one is fucking retarded. Like, it's retarded.
This is inappropriate. Andy Letterman. Some of y'all have been really hard on Annie. That's shady. That's someone's daughter up here. And when you find out exactly whose daughter, please let her know. Annie Letterman, if Ohio was a person. Like, where do you get your tan? Just standing in front of the hot dog roller at 7-Eleven?
Oh.
Watching Annie Letterman and Hannah and Whitney hang out, it's like Destiny's Child, but everyone's Michelle, you know? Oh no. Annie dated Kurt Metzger, Kyle Dunnigan, and the editor of the Comedy Store podcast. We thought it was like a Me Too situation, but it's more like a him? Who? Like, say what you want about Annie, but she is not a gold digger. She's an old wigger. Different thing. Not the same thing.
What the fuck? What? Like, what? Does that joke even make sense? She's not a gold digger. She's an old wigger. No, you gotta, like, it's like, if you want to be called a wigger, you have to be like adjacent to something like the film Malibu's Most Wanted. Okay? You got to be somewhere in that realm of like of dressing, conducting yourself, like fucking a couple like Jewish neurotic dudes is not a wig. It's not wigger behavior. That's just not. I won't have it. I won't have this misinformation spreading without addressing it. Trellick says Donnell Rawlings was tired of Whitney's micromanaging shit in the other roasts, so you can tell he's been told to behave this time by the witch. That's what makes most sense to me. Crunk the Madman says, yo, dog. I be a wigga. What's up, wiggas? I'm taking wigga back. Wigga's coming back. That's going to be my signature. I should just start signing on and off to every video. How's it going, wiggas? Good night, my wiggas. Sleep well.
She's an old wigger. Different thing. Not the same thing.
And then Whitney's like, no, you're going too far. Like, we gotta go back one more time. Hold on now. We have to go back.
Digger. She's an old wigger.
See, look at her. Her response is like, stop. You can't be calling people wigger. We don't. Is wigger not allowed anymore? Oh man, because I've been calling people wigger all the time. I call people wigger all the time now. Especially now. Especially now I've seen Whitney Cummings' reaction. Now I have to. Now I'm honor bound to start calling everybody wigger. In normal use, I'll probably do a soft A. Got to be respectful to the whites. But, when I'm upset, when I'm angry, I'm going to be able to look at this fucking wigger. Look how this fucking wigger is driving. This wigger shopping in Kroger. Oh, I have to share space with these wiggers? Go to your own fountain, wigger. My God. Crunk the Magman says wigisms. Zoowork says wig wag to the zigzag. Shit, dude, that might be my new that might be my new call sign. Wig wag to the zigzag, boys. You know how it is out there for a wigger. Trembling says they're called African Americans. You know it, brother.
Different thing. Not the same thing. The world is crazy. When Kanye West was saying all that anti-Semitic stuff, I was like, he needs to chill out. And then I met Dan Levy backstage, and I was like, I'm going to hear him out. Maybe some points were made. Dan, you have some fucking nerve saying you had to look us up. What? You got some fucking nerve. Look me up? Because I had no idea who you were. I had to Google you. And Dan Levy, and of course there's another, change your name, bitch. Change your fucking name. Even Michael B. Jordan was like, put the B in there or something. I had to Google Dan Levy, and all my jokes are just based on what you look like. Like, look at this guy. Dan looks like he says, knock, knock, when he walks into room.
Is he like, what does he have, like the Jewish phenotype? Phenogism or whatever the fucking thing is now that everybody talks about on all these red pill podcasts. Yeah, I was just looking at your phenogisms. Oh boy.
Knock knock. Hey, just popping in. Just popping in. Luis Gomez is here from the Puerto Rican chapter of the Proud Boys. Bienvenido. You're weird.
He's like, he doesn't even understand the jokes. He's like, yeah, I mean, I don't really get like what, because I know Gavin McInnes. Actually, if you want to see a really fun Louis J. Gomez thing, I think they're gone now, off the internet, but Red Bar guest hosted on Gavin McInnes' show, I believe twice. Louis J. Gomez was in second chair, and they are both showings are incredible. It's an amazing troll fest, and Louis J. Gomez keeps getting put into awkward positions, and it's very funny.
You're fucking, and it's coming from me. I know. You are fucking weird. I had to look you up too. Our Venn diagram, there's no crossover, baby. It's just a bunch of circles. Your IMDb is very depressing. And I know you're not an actor. Bitch, I don't know if you know you're not an actor. We're here to roast some middle-aged bitch that a few people think is fun. No, that's Chelsea Handler. Sorry. I'm very busy these days. Okay, I can let me find the right one. Here it is. We're here to roast an annoying bitch with a bunch of Botox no, that's Trixie Mattel.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Trump says, "Oh yeah, with the fake Mike Vigneault guy." Yes, yeah, it was. Yeah, we're gonna do a show about burgers and beers. That's gonna be great.
In the neighborhood. Oh, here it is. We're here to roast a person that is technically a comedian. Whitney Cummings. Yeah. That's the one.
She said the word technically. I'm technically a comedian. These are sick burns. I hope that, I hope the fire ward, hope it's got an extra bed. I hope it's got a bed open for all these sick burns. Hope somebody brought ointment.
I mean, Whitney, you really are a Halloween decoration of a woman. And the shady thing is everyone thinks that Whitney had a facelift. That's not true. They just lowered her body. Like watching you, Amy Schumer, Chelsea Handler, Kathy Griffin compete to be the new head queen of comedy since Joan Rivers died.
Dude, I cannot believe she actually I'm sorry. Hold on. I messed up. I'm surprised he even mentioned Kathy Griffith. Who the fuck remembers Kathy Griffith? You know? She hasn't been around since she hasn't been relevant since was it A&E? Bravo? Since Bravo was a thing? Remember all of her specials came out on Bravo? And it was just about her meeting the Kardashians for 10 hours. Wild stuff.
It's sad. Just you gotta stop, guys. It's like watching Game of Thrones, but in the end, one of you just gonna call the cops on me and Donnell, you know? And it's kind of funny to me how it takes me 2 hours to become a woman, and it's taking you 30 years to find a man. Thank you so much, everyone.
Keep it going for Penis Williams. This next comedian, you know him from Legion of Skanks, and he's built a podcast network around uncensored comedy. He's a fighter for the First Amendment because it's as high as he could count. Please welcome Louis J. Gomez.
Yeah, let's trivialize the First Amendment, comedians. How dare she? It's no laughing matter, okay? Where's my beanie? I gotta get a beanie on. I gotta get fucking serious about my goddamn life. I gotta start saving this fucking country.
Thank you very much, Hannah. Hannah's actually Armenian, and just like the Armenian genocide, we've heard of her, but we just don't care. Jim is a freak, but he's never had a woman accuse him of any wrongdoing. So let this be a lesson to all of you sexual predators out there. Always kill your victims. Jim, you look like all of the parts Robin Tran couldn't afford to get cut off. And Donnell looks like we put Jim Norton in an air fryer. And
actually, it's kind of true. That's kind of true. It's kind of true.
Letterman, what a beautiful voice, huh? This is the meanest thing I've ever said about anybody. Annie, you sound like me. Annie's been on Chelsea lately, and Donnell lately, and the Booker at the Comedy Store lately. Annie is always going live from her car. She's like the opposite of Anne Heche. Dan Levy is here, ladies and gentlemen. Very excited. I thought it was pronounced Levy because he's so taxing.
Okay, that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny.
Dan Levy, not to be confused with the Dan Levy from Schitt's Creek. Schitt's Creek, not to be confused with Jim Norton's breath after a night with Bob the Drag Queen. I wrote all of these jokes about the famous Dan Levy and how he's an openly gay comedian, and then I found out it was you, and I had to go back into every joke and take out the word comedian.
Like how many times, like, you know, if you're sitting there on the dais, like you're just sitting there, you've already gone, and you hear just the same burn over and over again. Like at some point, you gotta be like, guys, like, come fucking on. Really, seriously? Are you guys all just suck? I would say the Levy one, though, that was a pretty good one. That was a good joke. You don't expect it. It's not unexpected.
Robin, when people squint at you, are they being racist or are they just trying to figure out what the fuck you are? When Robin heard being a comedian was a dog-eat-dog world, she said, you had me at eating dog.
See, Robin's not sure. Am I allowed to laugh at this Nazi president? No, we have political differences, guys. I don't know. Look at this fucking piece. Look at this worm.
Robin Tran is a Vietnamese, transgendered, lesbian comedian, in that order. Robin, you can't be everything everywhere all at once.
Like, this person is just so mentally fucked up, they can barely muster the strength to clap. Sumerk says he's feeling nauseous. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry I did this to you, my wigga. I'm sorry, wiggas. Wiggas, I apologize.
Bob the drag queen is here. I'm glad you're here and not teaching first graders how to kiss. Bob is like the...
Like, that made me laugh. That made me laugh.
Opposite of Mrs. Doubtfire. He dresses like a woman to avoid seeing his kids. I am very happy to be here. It has been a tough year for comics. I just started spending time with Bob Saget, and then he died. And I was just getting close with Gilbert Gottfried, and then he died. So I just want to say, Whitney, we should hang out more. What can you say about Whitney Cummings that hasn't been said in the Addams Family theme song? Whitney is a lot more than a comedian. She wrote and directed.
Okay, you know what? That made me laugh. That I forgot that joke, and it caught me off guard, and I chuckled. I in my mind, I heard the Addams Family theme song. They're spooky and they're kooky. It made me laugh.
Did the movie called The Female Brain. And just like The Female Brain, it was stupid.
Oh, dude, should we nightcap her movie one of these days? Should we nightcap Whitney Cummings' movie? She stars, wrote, and directed it. Or no, does she star in it? No, she provides like narration or something. I'm not sure. I don't think she starred in it. But that might be a wild excursion one of these nights.
Stupid and made no sense.
Although we stepped on Louis J. Gomez's joke as the maybe only marginally funny one here. You got to respect it.
Said in the Addams Family theme song. Whitney is a lot more than a comedian. She wrote and directed the movie called The Female Brain. And just like The Female Brain, it was stupid and made no sense. And
this is like, so now we're actually seeing somebody that understands like how to conduct themselves in a roast. It's actually roasting people. Okay? Not saying fucking non sequiturs. They're just nonsense. He's going in there for the kill. Serial killer style.
Whitney is much more than a fake animal rights activist. She's also a fake feminist. The only time
Trembling says, imagine hearing this laugh in the dark. Exactly. Listen, I'm telling you, this is like the witches in fucking Suspiria. This is what that girl hears in the distance at night with all the colors and all the lights. What's down that hallway? Don't go down that hallway. It's just about the cackling. Where's the cackling coming from? Don't do it. Don't do it. Imagine, Trembling says, imagine hearing this laugh in the dark. I just said that. Wow. Wow. But yeah, terrifying.
Time she's burned a bra was to get rid of evidence for her male comedian friends.
I guess that was the second bravest joke of the night. We've already established that Annie Lederman's was the bravest. So this must be the second bravest. She's like, look at her. Like when she makes that expression, it looks like she's standing in front of a wind turbine and her face is being blown back permanently. She is. She's like the female Joker, dude.
She's also on the new season of Cribs, which is the one piece of furniture she will never have to buy. Whitney looks kind of young in that her face looks like it's being pushed through a vagina. There's a double standard in comedy where if I say I'm 40, I'm still considered young. But if you say you're 40, you're lying. I will admit that you're hot, but I'm just not attracted to you. You're like an Anthony Jeselnik joke. I'll acknowledge that you're well constructed. You just don't do anything for me. Whitney says,
sick burn against Jeselnik. Trembling says, stab her in the room that has the peacock in my avatar. It's the only way to kill her. We got to save these people, okay? We got to save these women. It's got to be done.
She got Botox to help with her migraines, and that's not true. She actually got Botox so she could look surprised when she heard about Chris D'Elia.
He spoke Voldemort's name. Whitney is in full panic mode. Do I keep this? Because she knows. Whitney knows if she cuts this joke, Lewis is going to talk about it on his podcast. She's going to look like a fucking phony. She's going to look like a phony. She has to keep it in now. You can't just send out fucking emails saying like, guys, you can say whatever you want. This is the edgiest roast ever held. OnlyFans TV, the home of comedy. Okay? Home of the edge. Little gash, little edge, little fuck, a little chuckle. It's good stuff. Some feet pics. You bounce over and you watch a roast. You know?
That was offensive.
Whitney, I really just want to say thank you
Zumerk says Balenciaga, bro. Yeah.
so much for having me. Out of all of the fake bitches in comedy who pretend to be my friends so they can steal my fan base, you are my favorite. Thank you. Thank you.
Like, he's the only one that was like, it's kind of funny. Like, he had a couple ones that I thought landed pretty well. I actually preferred the Annie Lederman's Chris D'Elia joke. I actually thought that was funnier. It was a funnier one. You had to get you got to dig a little deeper for that one.
This next comedian is one of my favorites. It's such an honor to meet the guy who writes shit goddamn on my Instagram photos. Please welcome Donnell Rawlings.
Now, Donnell Rawlings is just, he's not funny, actually. I don't know why he gets invited to these things. He's not like a funny comedian. Like, he doesn't have that like ability. Like, he literally is what he gets made fun of for. He's literally a famous person because of his buddy, Dave Chappelle.
It's a game. It's a joke. They think it's a game. Think it's a joke. They think it's a game. Think it's a joke. They think it's a game. Think it's a joke.
I do not want to be at this bitch ass fucking roast. But hey, Donnell, I'm her only fucking black friend. And looking at this fucking audience, this bitch ain't even got no black fans. Where are the niggas? Where the niggas at?
See, this is what they're talking about. You want to see comedy unleashed. When you want to see comedy unleashed, you want to see people pushing boundaries. Look no further than OnlyFans TV. I'm telling you guys, you got to get on. This is the next big platform, okay? For comedy specials, for roasts, for TikTok Vine videos. Crunk says, I just noticed the real doll that was animated. Yeah, that's her. That's a doll of her. She got a custom, because she used to, I think she did a stand up where she brought it on stage and like asked it questions. She's like, we're kind of the same, you know. We both just fucking take dick and get cum inside and feel empty afterwards and need to power get plugged in. Blah, 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 blah. Zoomer says, this is fucking nasty. OnlyFans is literally robots entertaining robots. Drumming says he's never been funny. He's Ashy Larry. That's the only thing anyone knows him from, and only people our age or older at that. That's fair. That's very true. Yeah, I don't know how he just stays like in this. I don't know how he keeps getting invited. Maybe he really is the only black person Whitney knows. Kevin Hart was like, no, I will not. I'm hanging out with Kanye.
They say I can say whatever the fuck I want. Where are the niggas?
Look out, dude. Look out. This guy right here. Watch.
Where are the niggas?
Dude, look. He's so happy this guy's saying it, because this guy, he dreams of dropping an N. He dreams of dropping an N. Every single night before he goes to bed, he says, please, give me one of those passes, God, or Jehovah, Lord. When I wake up tomorrow, I want to wake up as the proud owner of an N pass. And he gets to bask in it. He's like, he gets to be in a comfortable environment. It's a black guy saying it, so he can really, really enjoy its power. Really enjoy his power. Hagbert says he's rich, bitch. Well, he's not, but he said it. That's right. Crunk says, whoa, I wonder if I could order 3 of those dolls with different color hair, claim a disability, and wear a wig. Insta millionaire. Have the dolls in chairs in my office and claim they're my emotional support dolls. You know, man, I say you do what you got to do. I say you live your dreams, my friend. That's a nightcap promise. I'll always support your dreams, okay? My wigga. Wigga's got to stay together. Wigga's got to stay together. Tremblay says that thing with the pink hat looks like some kind of Malaysian person. And look at him. But anyways, let's cut back. He's enjoying the N-word. He's really loving it. This guy, he clearly thinks lesser of black people. I think that's confirmed. I think we've pretty much all but confirmed that this guy is a white supremacist.
I'm the only black male friend. Sorry, Bob. I didn't mean to. I was looking at you, nigga. Oh, not the fan, nigga.
See, Darnell is like gets to enjoy this privilege. He gets to enjoy this privilege of being a middle-aged black guy and nobody really having a problem that he just like misgenders and shouts misgendering things at people. Like, imagine if our boy Louis J. Gomez had gone up there. Do you think he would have got away with that? Do you think Whitney, she would stand for that at her Nazi rally? Crunk the Madman says, well, Shaun, I have this one dream, to assemble a Shaun flesh suit. You should take better care of your skin. Probably true. I probably should. I'll get the lotion, buddy. All right. I'll get the lotion. Save the hose. Save the hose.
Oh, he brought the fan out. Back at you, nigga. Back at you. Yas, yas, yas. Yas. Oh.
Dude, what the fuck just happened? Whitney is acting like she's at some sort of minstrel show. She's like, what is going on? Let's go back here. He's trying to kill him with his bigoted anger. Because he's really like, this is actually an aggressive moment. Because he's deeply uncomfortable with this Frankenbeast. In the same area. They were probably supposed to sit together. He's like, oh, fuck no. Fuck no. Crunk says, this looks like animal.
Back at you. Yas, yas, yas. Yas. Oh.
Look at her. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yas, yas. Yas. Oh.
Did you see that shit? Like, she can't believe this is happening. She has like, whoa. There are reactions, there are overreactions, and there is that. Holy fuck. Whitney bouncing in the chair at the Mandingo fight she's caused. Exactly, dude. We're about to witness another statistic. All references available at louderwithcrowder.com. Crunk says she looks like an excited howler monkey. She does, or like a little kid, like a fat, spoiled little kid. Crunk says, I love that the podium is a horse with a cock in front of it. Yeah, dude, you get it? Do you get it? That's comedy, baby. Listen, guys. Let's get serious for a moment. Let's get serious about funny stuff. The new home of comedy is OnlyFans TV. OnlyFans TV. It's the only place that would push boundaries like this, that would go this far. You thought it was a place for feet pics. You thought it was a place for fart fetishes. You thought it was a place for watching girls fuck themselves with fruit. Okay? But no. It is now the new home of funny. When I think of OnlyFans TV, sometimes I'm like, is it OnlyFans or is it only funny? I'm just saying. Zoomerk says, adrenochrome, baby. Adrenochrome. She's high on that adrenochrome. Sucking it right out of a baby's neck.
They say you can say whatever the fuck you want to say. Bob inspired me. I was like, I don't know if it's a nigga, bitch, nigga. A she nigga, I don't know. I'm not a pronoun nigga. I don't know pronouns.
Like, this is the kind of stuff I cannot wait until we get to the end, because like Whitney just goes on this tirade about jokes like this. Oh, you're an old middle-aged comedian who's not allowed to go or banned from college campuses. Well, maybe you should just be funny. Maybe they're just sick of your not funny jokes of dudes making jokes like this.
I look like knowing all my pronouns correctly. And I was like, God, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to say. To say how funny you was. I didn't know if I was supposed to recognize your gender or whatever. You know, you gotta be like, oh, how I'm gonna say it? You was funny. I just want to say, nigga, you was funny. But then I want to say, bitch, you was funny. And then
I like how the his median, like his just level thing is like, well, I just call women bitches. You know, I don't know if he's my wigga or if he's one of my bitches. So what a wonderful person. Like, what a great human being. We can see why Whitney's friends with him. Whitney loves the culture. You know, she loves the culture. She likes being around it. She finds it very exciting. Trailmix says Whitney sorts lines of ground up baby bones. This is true. That's a true fact, actually. I read it on the internet. All references at louderwithcrowder.com.
I want to be like, my nigga, you funny as shit, nigga. I was like, you was wearing that dress, boo. Yeah. I don't know what to do. I just know what funny is. I just know what funny is.
I just know what funny is. Usually when you have to say something like that, you know, methinks you doth protest too much.
I didn't know what I was going to talk about, but I want to let y'all know how I became a part of this. Can we be honest? This must be my bitch. This is how she starts. Officially offering you.
See, Whitney loves it, dude. When a powerful, independent, wealthy-ish black guy calls her a bitch. I thought she was my bitch. Uses aggressive pimp language. You know, she's about equality, she's about equity, she's about feminism and women's rights and you know, obviously all this Me Too stuff, very serious stuff. But you know, some dude on the biggest platform for comedy on the internet, OnlyFans TV, he just gets to say whatever he wants to her in public like this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Only on OnlyFans TV. It's the only place you're going to see this kind of stuff, this kind of edgy, subversive material. It's where comedy lives.
Official bitch? You know what? It might even be better. Hold on. You read it. You read your text, bitch.
Oh. It's a hilarious bit they got going on here. I'm glad they kept this in.
I just want to mention that.
No, read the shit, bitch. Don't sell shit, bitch. Read the text. I got the fucking receipts.
Why is this like so? This is a fucking like this is a big moment. Like Darnell. I keep saying Darnell. Is there a Darn? Why do I think his name is Darnell? I don't know. Yeah, this is a big moment. This is he's exposing Whitney, and they're going to try to hide it. They're going to try to act like he's not blowing this thing wide open. They should be calling him detective. Should be calling him fucking Detective Donnell after this. After he's blown the case wide open, she's going to try to hide it. Obfuscation. Oh, we're at a roast. Isn't this funny? Silly stuff. But this is what he came here to do. He came here to find other black people, apparently, and blow the doors wide open. Trumping says she sent out invite text from a high-backed chair in a dark room. Are you fucking serious with me right now? Trumping says she's acting like she's a good sport about this, but she has his comedy gigs canceled for the rest of the month. Yeah, she's like that, you know, the white lady stereotype. You know, she uses her white lady tears to ruin this man's life. That's what's going to happen. We all know it. Officer, he doxed me. Mr. FBI, I have been doxed. On the home of comedy, OnlyFans TV. And so you know a lot of people watched it. Arrest this man.
Officially offering you a spot to be a roaster on the roast of Whitney Cummings. We'll shoot November 6th at the Comedy Store in LA, and I need a black person.
Read, bitch, read!
This is top secret for now. Someone just
top secret. I told every time.
They've been sitting on this gold since November 6th. Oh boy. This is as good as they could get too. They must have shot this and the Burt Kreischer thing like on the same weekend. That's how they got Detective Donnell out there. You know, he's not flying out twice.
As soon as that bitch gonna say, yo, I'm about to be rich, bitch.
Oh my God. This man has no respect for himself. He just did a catchphrase that was probably written by somebody else. Okay? I understand it's what he's known for, and I guess he's like, listen, man, that's how I make my fucking money. I'm Ashy Larry, dude.
This is top secret for now. Someone just
Top secret. I told every time as soon as that bitch goes, I say, yo, I'm about to be rich, bitch. Whitney called me, nigga. I don't know what the bitch want me to do, but I'll be there.
Wow. Wow.
Let me know ASAP if you are available. You'll get paid. Don't freak out. You can't say what you get paid.
No, you're
you
right.
can't say what you get paid.
Let me say it, bitch. I know what I said, bitch.
He got paid $10 million. $10 million. Trelling says, home of the edge is the best way to describe this. Like radio stations that dared play 7 Marry 3 and 3 Doors Down. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You get it. You get it. I mean, that shit went hard. That shit went hard.
It don't matter. Look. Fuck that. It don't matter. It don't matter. Bow. Shut up, bitch.
You see the comedy stylings of Donna Rawlings. So he likes to call his friend Whitney here his bitch. Well, all women are bitches, but Whitney, when they're in his proximity, you my bitch. Some kind of caveman, okay? Well, Whitney won't fuck him on stage. So now he doesn't have a choice. He has to go sexually assault her sex doll. Yeah. This is pretty harrowing stuff here. This is sad. This is disturbing.
It don't matter. Look. Fuck that. It don't matter. It don't matter. Bow. Shut up, bitch.
Like this is really happening. This is really happening right now. He said, bam, bam. And then he started saying, fuck you, bitch. And he slapped the doll in the face. This man's an abuser. Confirmed. She's like, this is out of control. There's nothing I can do. Crunk says, this is so daring and brave. I mean, this is where it's at, buddy. Listen, this is OnlyFans TV, Crunk. This is OnlyFans TV, the home of Edge, the home of comedy. Okay? OnlyFans TV. We know funny. That's all they know. That's all they know. Trembling says she will turn him into the voodoo zombie that answers the door at her creepy mansion. That's pretty good. That's fucking hysterical.
They think it's a game. They think it's a joke. They think it's a game. They think it's a joke. They think it's a game. They think it's a joke. They think it's a game.
Oh, look, she's got her like little demon over here. He comes back to put the sex doll back together. One day, this is what, Whitney's going to upload her consciousness into something like this. Okay, that shows she could live forever and run her dance studio. Run her dance studio in goddamn peace.
Keep it going for Steve Hardley. I'm not the best at transitions, but neither is our next comic. Give it up for Robin Tran.
I'm looking good, quite frankly. Tim's a fitted big Yankee. Then I'm cold when I'm out.
Now, Robin Tran has been around for a while. I don't know if I had ever seen their stand-up. I must have. And I feel like maybe I saw them in a roast battle. I saw this shim at a roast battle or something. But this is one of the most transparent One of the most transparent charity cases I have ever seen. Ever seen. If you're going to do this to yourself, you have this kind of self-loathing and this kind of depression, and the best you can't do anything with that. Sad state of affairs. Crunk says OnlyFans TV, the home of whoring it in all aspects. Yeah, whoring it for fun, for chuckles, buddy. Whoring it for comedy. Oh, are you not watching the same thing I'm watching, bro? My wigga. My wiggas. My wiggas out there. We watching the same thing, my wiggas? Come on now.
I'm top tier, you can't rate me. Stop talking, baby, go get it. You start flirting, better feel it.
Thank you, grown woman on TikTok I've never heard of.
Oh, it's so funny. It's hilarious.
When I Googled Hannah for the first time this morning, I learned.
How is there laughter? Like, how in the bag is this audience? Like, there's laughter at the top. There's laughter at the line, I Googled you. I don't know if Robin Tran should be making jokes about being obscure. Okay. You know, but that's her brilliance. You know, that's the meta quality of what she's doing right now. She's got us wrapped around her little femme penis, okay? Worship the female penis. I would have hit the drop if it was convenient, okay? But she's got us wrapped around it. She's got our little lips wrapped around that fucking dead cock. And she's about to give us a big surprise. A big comedy cum surprise. That's what she does. She comes comedy, guys. Comedy gold. Trump says, to go with the set, I'd love to see everyone here dragged behind horses or chased by them into raging rivers. Listen, all references available at louderwithcrowder.com.
Learned that she is Greek, Armenian, Ukrainian, Hungarian, and the only woman hairier than I am. Hannah is an influencer and an Instagram model. The only way she could be a bigger waste of space is if she was Whitney Cummings' ring finger.
Like, how is this a knee slapper that she's not married and that she has no children? Like, Whitney Cummings clearly doesn't want that life, okay? Not only does she not want it, she encourages every woman her age that is slightly over the hill to not even try anymore. Just give up, girls. We're fucking dead. We might as well be dead. So let's get a bunch of plastic surgery, do a bunch of drugs, and try to fuck 22-year-olds. That's what they want to do. Listen, they're going cougar style, okay? Maybe Robin Tran gets to go along too. I know Hela Klein gets to be part of it. Changed her life. Slanging all that 22 twink dick. Trembling says, to go with the set. Oh, I've already read that. God damn it.
Dan looks like he asks, did you come, babe, while another guy fucks his wife? I guess what I'm saying, Dan, is that you're the only pussy I don't want inside of me. Bob the Drag.
You're the only pussy I don't want inside of me. Is he like referring to the feminine penis as pussy? Is that what he's saying? He's like, oh, this old thing, this girl dick, this old thing. No, that's just my pussy. That's just my pussy. Traveling says that applause sign is on fire. It's being hit so hard for this shim.
Drag queen is here. Bob identifies as non-binary. His pronouns are he, him, and she, her. So you can basically call Bob anything. And don't worry, people do. You know, I've always felt like
he's like the charity. This is like a child. This is like look at Bob the drag queens. God bless Bob the drag queen, by the way. So brave to be here. OnlyFans TV, home of comedy, home of the edge. Really breaking down barriers. But even Bob, who's clearly in the bag for somebody like Robin Tran, although I wouldn't be, because I'd be like, you're fucking this up, dude. You're fucking gross. But anyways, it's like, you gotta at least try. Get a fucking gown, bitch. I'm sorry. I've been listening to too much Detective Donnell. Starting to call totally real women bitches. But even he has to be like, just like, that's so funny. So true. So true.
He, him, and she, her. So you can basically call Bob anything. And don't worry, people do.
Look at this reaction.
You know, I've always thought
that's not a real reaction. Off to the stage. That's true, guys. Immediately stops laughing. This is not funny. Bob does not think this is funny. He's being trapped. He's in a trap right now. Like, does he go with his natural born instinct of running up to an Asian person and punching them in the face? Listen. Hey, whoa. Before you get weird about it, dude, that's just their culture. So I'm not going to hear anything against it, but that's just, it's something inside of Bob. Bob can't help that. Or does he laugh kind of kindly to this joke? Obviously, he went the route of comedy.
Oh, like drag queens were like blackface for trans women, but I think that Bob is taking it too far.
Drag queens are blackface for trans women. I've always thought that because this person really does think that. Because the trans man, somebody like Robin Trans here. Robin Trandam, whatever. Robin the tranny. Let's just go there. Let's just say that. Robin the tranny. She really does. Let's be respectful, okay? He hates women. He despises women, especially white women. And he doesn't like black people because they're too aggressive and they're homophobic a lot of the times. And he don't like a fucking drag queen because they mock his existence, because oftentimes the drag queen, who is not a trans person, will be more convincing than Robin the Trans. A lot of hate going on here. Trembling says, I wonder what makes this thing unfunnier, the fact that it's Asian or trans. Ooh.
I just wrote that now. He was so fucking mean during his set. I'm like, I need more mean shit. I wrote all silly stuff for you. Because I didn't know who you were.
Yeah, so Robin the tranny, an ally. Black Lives Matter, y'all. Even to chiggas. You see this guy right here? He's my chigga. I'm pretty sure we can still say that. I'm pretty sure it's okay. See, my chigga right here is down with the cause. Didn't want to come in too hard. Didn't want to come in too hot. Didn't want to be like Jet Li in The One. You know what I mean?
They're like, oh, he's probably been through a lot of shit. It's probably not funny. I just saw a picture. I'm like, it's probably not funny, but I was wrong. Apparently, I'm a bigot. Who knows? Who fucking knew? I knew. You didn't.
Look what is going on. Look at Donnell, dude. Detective Donnell is gone off the reservation. This is the big thing. This is the big question. This is the big question we got right now. Will Donnell refer to Robin the tranny as his bitch? I hope we find out.
Didn't know. All right. Annie Letterman is here. Thanks for letting me borrow that pair of Spanx, by the way. They fit perfectly. Now I know why your drag name is a larger Schlesinger. After all they've said about me, you're gonna groan? Oh, too far for you faggots? Oh.
I like how they get to unironically, like the shim here gets to unironically call people faggots. Just because, that's their privilege. That's the privilege of a chigga. Especially a tranny chigga. Trumping says this shim rocking the bedazzled Debbie Gibson jean jacket. Very classy. But it's comedy. It's very funny too, right? Very funny. Cowboy theme. I'm laughing. I'm laughing. I must be watching OnlyFans TV.
Louis Gay Gomez is here. Sorry. Jewish Gay Lomez is here. Sorry, what? Louis Gay Homo is here. There we go. Louis Gay Homo.
Like even Louis, even look, he's trapped there. He's like, what? You just like strung words together that sounded goofy. Jewish J Homo. Well, let's see that again. That was too good. It's almost like I feel like, guys, honestly, I feel like I'm watching OnlyFans TV, the home of comedy. Crunk says, I get the shim reference now, Trembling. Sorry, I've been running smooth brain today. Actually, Trembling, you might be one of the first people I've ever seen in the wild refer to a tranny as a shim. I don't think I have never personally come across it. So I remember when you first said it, or not said it, but wrote it in the chat, I was like, oh yeah, shim. That makes sense. It's a good one. It's a little more subtle. Anyways, look at this. Look at this. Holy shit. Look at all the estrogen going bald in their head. Look at this. This is madness, dude. This is wild.
Oh, too far for you faggots? Oh.
Like to do the shim here. Thank you. The shim has like a 5 o'clock shadow that they're covering up poorly with foundation. Like Robin the tranny has been around for a while, like at least maybe a solid decade, maybe. Like you put in a little bit of effort, you know what I mean? Like at least try to convince us. At least try. I thought that's the whole thing, the gender dysphoria. Like, oh, I feel so disgusting in my body. Well, you just look like a dude in a dress wearing makeup. How does that cure your dysphoria? Crunk says, I've come across a lot in my travels, always ugly males that hate everything. Trumping says, I can clearly imagine OnlyFans TV commercials on actual TV in the vein of those USA character welcomes ones from the 2000s. Yeah, I can see that too. Crunk says, growing what's left of their balding head out, wearing shit dresses and those damn glasses, boy. Those damn glasses, those are sexy. What are you talking about? Those are sexy.
Far for you faggots? Oh. Louis Gay Gomez is here. Sorry. Jewish Gay Lomez is here.
Like, what is this joke? Yeah, we're back here. We're back at this joke. What is this? What is this?
Sorry, what? Louis Gay Homo is here. There we go. Louis Gay Homo.
Like, he's fucking confused. Even Detective Donnell, he says, like, what? Man, I don't know if I can take this case. Sorry, guys. It's too fucking stupid.
Louis is Puerto Rican. Whitney, when you said this roast would have terrible PR, I didn't know that this is what you meant.
Terrible PR. Oh, because everybody's going to be so wild and edgy and, subversive, which of course they are because they're on OnlyFans TV, the new home of comedy.
Time for the woman of the hour, Whitney Cummings. Whitney, every time I see you, you somehow look both younger and older at the same time. Whitney looks like a teacher who tries to date her students and they go, whoa, hey, I thought we were just hooking up.
Wow. And Whitney is just, she cannot even believe that she would go there. Should this chicka say what? This chicka said what to this wigga? Damn, son. I just had like a moment of self-awareness. I'm like, sometimes it's okay that not a lot of people watch Nightcap. Yeah, she's blown away. She can't even believe this kind of joke, this kind of material is made about Whitney Cummings. Are you fucking kidding me?
I used to think that I lived a double life, but I got nothing on Whitney. She's the only person I can picture guest hosting to the Tonight Show and then doing Septic Tank with Ari Shaffir on the same day. At first, I thought Whitney was eager to push diversity. As you can see, she brought out roasters of all different backgrounds and genders and ethnicities.
She's like, oh, here it comes. I'm gonna get roasted, guys. I'm about to get roasted. Trebling says Whitney is an actual buffoon. Who reacts like this to anything? Yeah, exactly. Like it is. There's reactions, there's overreactions, and then there is what is happening on this fucking during this roast. This is madness. It's not right. It's not right.
Putting together a dance that looks like a 7.
Like, I don't know what's more painful, watching this roast or that fucking fart fetish nightcap I did. And the things I had to see that I couldn't even show you guys about fucking scat fetish people. I can't, this forever has damaged me, traumatized me. Hagbert says, Whitney is brave and strong. He's out there speaking the truth. It's another one of my proud wiggas. Speaking truth to power, okay? Standing up for this woman, getting roasted by these fucking mongoloids, okay? She's trying to make them feel good, okay? She's trying to do something for them, trying to lift them up, lift up their spirits.
7-Eleven after midnight. You've always given me great advice. Unsolicited advice, but great advice. So I want to tell you something I think you need to hear on your special night. Whitney, you're a millionaire. You don't need to do the Are You Garbage podcast. The other day, Whitney calls me on the phone. She sounds so excited for this roast. Gives me this inspirational speech how she wants to elevate roasting, how she wants to show that you don't always have to go for the easy joke. And I was like, shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch.
Immediately turns into an aggressive man. Crunk says, Sean, go read the article about the Google censor interns from back in 2011 to 2014. Toughen up, Buttercup. Hagbert says, this looks like Bobby Lee's final form. Trellick says, I bet the guy we listened to the other night would enjoy this tranny's farts. Think about that. He would, because he does not deny. He says the anus is sacred, guys. That's where all your chakras are. You want to get your chakras aligned? Well, let somebody push in your shit. He worships that booty. You don't care. You don't care. He likes it too when it's nasty. You've been sitting on that thing all day? Bring it over here, girl.
A former man is speaking, all right? Women, am I right? With their blah blah blah.
Like, listen, like this is just like every trans woman just waiting to unleash like some sort of masculine expression. It's just gonna yell at women.
Excited for this roast. Gives me this inspirational speech how she wants to elevate roasting, how she wants to show that you don't always have to go for the easy joke. And
wow. You don't always have to go for the easy joke. Gonna elevate roasting. We're bringing roasting back, guys, okay? And the only place it can happen is on OnlyFans TV. They just know what funny is.
I was like, shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch. A former man is speaking, all right? Women, am I right? With their blah blah. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night. Thank you.
You guys fucking murdered.
What did she just say? He murdered? Hold on. Whoa.
Thank you guys so much. Have a great night. Thank you.
You guys fucking murdered.
Oh, you really are. You're so great. Thank you. You fucking murdered. Look, it's your fucking middle-aged wine mom. Look at her. What is this position she's in? Look at this place. Like a looks like a linebacker. She's about to be attacked. She's coming in for the sexual assault that she knows is inevitably coming. Because Robin Tran, the tranny, is a lesbian. Because of course, just like most trans women, bunch of lesbos. Hagrid says his boots are almost as disturbing as he is. Listen, spooky stuff out there in Cowboy Land. But what the fuck is happening? Look at this. I hope we get to see this embrace. Like, this is freaking me out a little bit. Traffic says Shim has the exact body type as DeVito's penguin. Remember, all references available at louderwithcrowder.com. Oh, what the fuck? What kind of interaction? Hold on. Listen. Look how weird this is. Now, watch the background. This is fucking weird. What the fuck? I feel like this TikToker, this Vine star, whatever the fuck they call themselves, I feel like they were going for a hug, and then Robin the tranny kind of like came in with the handshake, kind of coming in for the more awkward incel vibe. As they are one to do, obviously.
Fucking murder. Finally, a transgender murder you will hear about on the news. Now,
what is going on? Watch. Annie Lederman takes it upon herself. This is dude, I'm telling you, people are not wrong about white women. Let's just say that. These white women like this, not my wigga. Not one of my precious wiggas. Not at all. Because what the fuck? Annie Lederman she has to make sure that she also pays fealty to Robin the tranny. She also has to make a gesture. I'm a good one. I'm a good one, Robin. I'm an ally. I'm one of these allies you were talking about. I think you should be able to do whatever you want. You want to take a shower with me? Of course, we're just girls. And that's how it starts. That's how it happens. Crunk says it's always awkward meeting up before the human organ buffet. Yeah, remember, this is the first room of the Eyes Wide Shut thing. This is part of a Maria Abramovich kind of art installation about suffering. This is psychological torture. If you can get through here, you get to go to the rest of the Eyes Wide Shut party. Where they're fucking and wearing masks and being cool as fuck. Doing cool guy stuff like cocaine and banging hookers, acting like you're in the Illuminati. You have to get through this first, though. Drubbing says Annie Lederman stepped on 3 actual women's heads to go hug the shim. Yeah, she couldn't help it. She couldn't wait, frothing at the bit to show Robin the tranny that she's on her side.
Gender murder you will hear about on the news. Now,
look, even him, obviously because obviously Norton, because he's got to keep his options open. Norton, you make enough money now. You make enough money. You don't have to do this with Robin the tranny. But, as we all know, as he will tell us, as he will tell anyone with ears, even people that aren't willing, that no, he likes humiliation stuff. He's into humiliation fetishes. And what would be more humiliating than hooking up with Robin Tranny? Or maybe they could do a cross-promotional thing because, like we said, OnlyFans TV, home of the edge. They could do a cross-promotional thing with OnlyFans TV and then regular OnlyFans. Really? I mean, listen, if you guys want to call me, if you guys want to zooboxpodcast@gmail.com. Whitney, if you want some business advice, if you want me to show you how to really blow the doors open, just like Detective Darnell blew your doors open, you give me a call. You drop me a line. Well, you send me an email. And then I'll give you a call. How about, you know what? Yeah, I'll call you. I'm very important. Crunk says, I missed the first Blade movie. At least the vampires were mostly cool in that. Oh, shit. Well, you're not wrong, because Blade rocks.
It wouldn't
Also
be
a
like
good joke.
Whitney to put on a wild show like this and not have some special surprises. You guys think it's weird that I'm here? Please welcome Amanda Knox.
This is her out of left field wacky thing. This is the thing that's going to blow these things off. Amanda Knox. The girl that probably killed her roommate or was at least involved in it. Anytime I see now on like HBO or Netflix, I see a documentary about why somebody's innocent, I immediately think they're guilty because I'm like, you guys are a propaganda factory, especially if I don't know if Amanda Knox has an HBO documentary, but if it's on HBO, it's probably like 90% of it isn't really true. Trump says that part about him pathetically being financially used by Swedish tranny in those clips in The Worm Has Turned doc, laugh out loud. You know what? I might fall asleep to The Worm Has Turned tonight. Porcelain, those are good docs to fall asleep to. But yes, it's kind of a dude. The first time I saw The Worm Has Turned, like Porcelain had only done like maybe 3 documentaries at that point. By the time I found that, I watched it like 3 or 4 times, like within a couple months. Trump says Joey Diaz pretending he didn't want to smack him for telling him about it. Whoa.
Hi, everyone.
Is she like a celebrity over in LA or something? Like they're like, whoa, you got Amanda Knox. What? Well, because Amanda Knox is one of these like kind of these C-tier pseudos, celebrity adjacent people that Whitney will have on her podcast and then like collect like bobblehead. That's the kind of person Amanda Knox is. So she's like, oh, come on, Amanda. We're like besties. We've been besties ever since you were on my podcast. And then we did we did some like, pain pills and fucked 22-year-old twinks. Just like that Dan Levy guy. See what I'm doing? I'm roasting. I learned how to do it from the best on OnlyFans TV. They're just no funny. That's where I learned how to make jokes like that.
I'm Amanda Knox, and I'm here because this is my last hour of community service.
Trump says next up is Casey Anthony. Yeah, they did kind of attempt to do some sort of weird rehabilitation of Casey Anthony, but Casey Anthony is so like off-putting, it didn't take. But they tried. They gave it a shot. They gave Casey Anthony a shot. And she failed. I have not watched that documentary, actually. Maybe we should watch it on Nightcap. Although it's pretty long. It's a pretty long one. Krunk says they love other practitioners and enablers of human sacrifice. True. Listen. Fucking confirmed. Somebody called Detective Darnell.
No, Whitney asked me if I would be on her roast. I thought it was because I was her friend. Then I learned that insecure comedians always want to follow a performer who has never killed.
Oh my God. Why would you subject yourself to this? Not only like Whitney Cummings cornering Amanda Knox, asking her to be part of her roast, but also providing her with this kind of material. Detective Donnell says, you don't fool me, bitch. And when he says bitch, it's not like to Amanda Knox. It's not in the endearing kind of way when he's talking about his bitches or the bitches. He just says, bitch. I know what you did. That's why he's not laughing at the joke. He's laughing because he's about to collect a bounty.
I know what you all are thinking. What the fuck is Amanda Knox doing here? Shouldn't she be in prison? Well, that's exactly how I feel about Whitney Cummings. Whitney is easily the craziest person I've ever met, and I shared a prison cell with a woman who dumped her baby in a garbage can. And Whitney's sitting here like, oh my God, what kind of monster doesn't recycle? But seriously, being in prison for 4 years, on trial for 8, vilified as a slutty psycho on a global scale for the past 50.
Trumping says if they booked OJ though, I'd have to give it to them. Well, yeah, because OJ is not Amanda Knox is not fucking OJ. Yeah, if you had somebody with that kind of memeability, that kind of stature, as being a cold-blooded killer that got away with it, then yeah, then you definitely like. Holy shit! Holy shit! Imagine, dude. Somebody should grow some balls and do it. Actually, somebody, if OnlyFans, I think OnlyFans, the app couldn't handle it or the website, but OnlyFans TV, home of the Edge, they could do the roast of OJ Simpson. Imagine if you got OJ Simpson, be like, OJ, we'll give you $10 million if we can do the roast of OJ Simpson and get like top talent, top tier people to roast this shit. Get Greg Giraldo and fucking raise him from the dead. Do it. That's what I want to see.
15 years, that's been a nightmare. It comes with a silver lining, though. I've learned to have compassion for those who have suffered an even worse fate, like anyone who's had to be a guest on Whitney's podcast. She held me hostage for 4 hours. Like, that's just what you do to Amanda Knox. You lock her in a small room, you interrogate her, ignore her answers.
What is she doing? I would just be embarrassed because I would know that this is like just to make me feel good. I would just feel bad inside. I wouldn't feel good about this. This is too much. She's going so over the top. You're gonna make Amanda Knox mad. She's gonna like, hey, Whitney, can I move in for a little while? Before you know it, dead. Before you know it, Whitney Cummings, dead. But Amanda Knox, she's crafty. She knows what she's doing. She'll frame Detective Donnell. That's what she'll do. She'll frame Detective Donnell. He'll go to jail. I'm like, Amanda, this is a lot like what happened in Europe. What the fuck's going on? She's like, I don't know. I just have that kind of luck. With that guy, Detective Donnell, yeah, he killed Whitney Cummings.
Answers and don't let her leave. I mean, I used to have nightmares about going back to prison. Now
Oh, yeah. Trelling says, I'm just surprised she didn't have that leering jackal, Tony Hinchcliffe, on this one. Yeah, because he was on the Burt Kreischer one, right?
have nightmares about hearing bop, bop, bop. It sucks being the girl accused of murder. Nobody wants me to be funny, as it turns out. You see, when I use humor, I'm just processing my trauma. I never joke about other people's tragedies, which is why I will not be talking.
Except for the lady that, like, put her baby in a dumpster. Except for that lady. We all have exceptions. We all have exceptions.
About Whitney's leaked nudes. Can you imagine how devastated Whitney felt when she woke up that morning, opened Twitter, and found that her assistant had leaked the wrong nudes? No. In all seriousness, this is literally the first time I'm ever doing comedy. It's been like so much fun, and I just wanted to share something. There's this Italian saying that I really love. It's
oh my God. Listen, she could make it. She could do a joke. She could make a killer joke. More of that stuff I've learned. She could do it right now. See if she does it.
Scherzando, scherzando si dice la verità. Jokingly, jokingly, you tell the truth. And the truth is, I never thought the place that I'd be the least sexualized, exploited, and dehumanized would be on OnlyFans. And honestly, thank you, Whitney. This might
Dude, hold on a second. My brain skipped a beat, but we got to go back. We must go back. Did you hear Whitney's laugh? It took me a second for it to register, but listen to her laugh. She goes like what?
exploited and dehumanized would be on OnlyFans.
At this point, Amanda Knox has got to know. She's got to know that Whitney's like really. That's a really phoned in laugh. That's a really phoned in laugh right there.
And honestly, thank you, Whitney. This might be the end of your career, but hopefully it's just the beginning of mine.
I would love if like this lady stood up and be like, "She got away with murder, motherfucker." Trump says, "Praising murderers and trannies. What a great age we live in." Well, buddy, I don't know if you're aware of this, but you came to the home of the edge, OnlyFans TV. They just know it's funny. Sorry, that's where we're living right now.
Keep it going for Amanda Knox. Proof that white privilege does not travel with you to Italy. And now for the roasty of honor.
I think Crunk gets it right. She has the laughter of someone that owns most of the room. Yes.
She's an irreverent voice who has shaken up the comedy landscape and redistributed most of the local bird population. She is proof that if you're kind and work incredibly hard, you can do anything in this industry. I mean, for God's sake, she figured out how to make money on OnlyFans while wearing a blazer. Please welcome the Alone Star.
Yeah, she figured it out already. I'm sure she's raking in the money. I'm sure she's raking in those bucks with these these fucking roasts. Although, you know, she's got a big audience. Bert Kreischer has a big audience. These might do well. I don't know. What are her podcast numbers? She does pretty average, like for a big podcast, like what, like 100K an episode, 120K maybe less than that sometimes. So I guess you could say maybe 100,000 people maybe watch this. Maybe. I mean, we're watching it. We're fucking wild, okay? We're wild. We're wiggas. Wigging out. We wigging out, wiggas.
Star of comedy, my friend Whitney Cummings.
Oh, thank you so much.
First, I do just really want to say on a serious note that I'm so impressed by this whole production. This is incredible. Everyone is doing an amazing job.
Whitney, you're the producer. What are you congratulating yourself? Trump says literally every type of degenerate tries their hand at stand-up comedy, from murderers to former porn stars to trannies to literal witches. And also, I'd like to remind everybody, all references available at louderwithcrowder.com.
Just want to point out, see what happens when a woman runs Hollywood productions. Everything goes very smooth.
Oh my God. Like, because she's not like what you're about to hear is no jokes. She doesn't make any jokes. These are not jokes. And also confirmed she was congratulating herself. She was. She literally pats herself on the back.
Smoothly, because if people don't do what I say, I'll just accuse them of rape. Everyone's asking.
You mean like your friend Crystal? Do you believe those girls? I want an answer. Now.
Ask me why I would sign up for this. Everyone thinks I'm insane. They're like, isn't that going to hurt your feelings? I'm a female comedian, okay? This has been a lovely day off. Only 8 people making fun of me at once. I start my day looking at my phone, seeing 25,000 people telling me to kill myself, okay? I would have had more downtime if I was a witch in the 1800s.
No, you're just a witch in the 2020s. Trained very smoothly, hence the rapid edits. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is painful. This is so fucking painful.
I used to get bummed out that female comics get so much hate, but now I'm kind of proud of it. I feel like I'm doing America a service. Do you know how many more school shootings there would be if incels couldn't call me a busted cunt on Reddit all day?
Yeah, because she's at the age, like, that's her frame of reference for trolls on the internet is Reddit. And that's about as deep as it goes. Crunk says, just let it play. I need my 4 hours of sleep. Well, buddy, I need my 4 hours of sleep too. We're about the same. But you know what? I must soldier on. I must nightcap this. We've come too far for me to just start letting it play now. We've spent 3 hours watching this. Or 2 hours at least.
Female comedians are American heroes, all right? Calling me an unfuckable cunt on YouTube is the only reason any of Tim Dillon's fans haven't blown up a federal building. I believe that it's time.
Actually, that's a good. Where is Tim Dillon? You know, Tim Dillon's probably has too much respect for himself to do something like this. He's got to prove me wrong. I'm sure there's already filmed ones, but he's got to prove me wrong. But that's what I would like to think. Tim Dillon, well, he used to be funny. I don't know if he's funny anymore. I haven't really watched him in a long time.
To return insult comedy to actual comedians, the way you saw it done tonight. Because real comics do not punch down, we punch up, which is what all women are going to have to start doing now that Roe versus Wade is overturned. I love this platform because we are doing
Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, this is like a rah-rah speech for her for being so brave, having this real comedians punch up. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What it used to be funny is funny. Now, did Detective Donnell, were Detective Donnell's jokes, was that punching up? Was that punching up to you? Because I think that technically it would not be. Technically it would be punching down. Just saying.
Censored comedy without any network notes, without any drama. There's no employee walkouts, which, you know, that would never happen here at OnlyFans, because after you've just done work for OnlyFans, you probably can't walk at all. I do.
Wow.
That tonight puts an end.
Yeah, the 2% of people that make a living on OnlyFans.
To comics complaining that they're being censored. I think that just means you're on the wrong platform. Like, I really want these roasts to shut up the dorks who complain about this, and especially the dorks who try to cancel comedians for jokes, okay?
The dorks who complain about this kind of stuff? Complain about what? Making jokes, or comedians that complain about being canceled?
That they're being censored. I think that just means you're on the wrong platform. Like, I really want these roasts to shut up the dorks who complain about this, and especially the dorks who try to cancel comedians for jokes, okay? It's enough. And comedians now, we're getting attacked on stage. We're having things thrown at us. You are never going to get rid of comedians. Look at us. We're cockroaches, dude. Literally. There are 20 comedians.
Oh, whoa. Did you hear that? That awkward dude? Listen to the word dude. Crunk says this is just trying to flip the table at its finest. Yeah, I'm getting there.
We're getting attacked on stage. We're having things thrown at us. You are never going to get rid of comedians. Look at us. We're cockroaches, dude. Literally.
She didn't say dude. Her lips don't move.
You are never going to get rid of comedians. Look at us. We're cockroaches, dude. Literally.
They inserted a dude in there. Look at us. We're cockroaches. What did she say? Did she say wigga? What if she just dropped an N? A soft A. But she just dropped an N. They censored it. All references available at louderwithcrowder.com. But listen, I'm pretty sure that's what
there are 20 comedians. Look at us. We're cockroaches, dude. Literally. There are 20 comedians right now living under a...
Crunk says she said, dude, it was flat. No, that's what I'm saying. The word dude was in there, but the audio, maybe you guys can't hear it very well where you are.
Dude, literally, there are 20 comedians right now living.
She said the N-word. So I'm sticking to that, and they have to censor it out. Detective Donnell in crisis right now.
Under a sink in West Hollywood. Comedians, we will go when we are good and ready, when we're in our mid-40s and can afford to buy a gun.
I guess I gotta pay my respects to the queen. The queen bitch. Yeah, to give her the polite nod. Look at all these polite nods, and look at these paid actors.
I want these roasts to show that comedy is not dead. It's just on new platforms. Because sometimes these older dinosaur comics will complain about new social media. It's so...
I had forgotten about this. Like, I thought I was just kind of joking about the OnlyFans TV, like the home of comedy, but that's literally what she's doing. Maybe I manifested it. Oh man, I'm sorry guys. I didn't mean to do that. That's what happened though. We're witnessing it live.
Annoying. They're like, well, then there's TikTok and Instagram. And then what if I don't get in the algorithm? Kind of hard to believe that you can't handle the logistics of new social media, yet so easily memorize the age of consent in all 50 states. Woke culture is not ruining comedy. The women you drug just woke up.
Like her good friend Joey Diaz, who would coerce women to give him blowjobs so they could have stage time at the Comedy Store. Yo, Joe Rogan. I'm not gonna do the Red Bar bit. Just look up Red Bar Joey Diaz. It's fucking amazing. Treving says she did ADR over herself. Seems exactly what somebody like her would do. Hagbert says, whoops.
All these old comics are like, colleges won't let me perform there because they think my material's problematic. No. The problem is how mad you are that you don't get to hang out on college campuses anymore.
So she's coming in here saying this is about free speech. Comics should be able to have the freedom to be edgy and stuff like that. But because like some older comics, the ones that came before her, like, man, like people just have no sense of fucking humor anymore. And she's like, no, you're all rapists. You're all predators. Like, wow. How old does she think like half this room is her friends are? Like she's talking about all of her friends. The queen has spoken.
I was like, you can't say anything anymore. That's not true. That's like when a guy says, all women hate anal. No. Your wife hates anal.
Dude, she could barely get through that joke. She thought it was so funny. She thinks she's fucking destroying because a bunch of paid actors and her friends are in the room.
That's your wife hates anal.
Oh no, you got married? You're in a committed relationship? What a sucker. All references available at louderwithcrowder.com. I'm going to keep doing that.
That's who you pigs. It's also not just comics. I feel like people in general are psyched about cancel culture because they get to defend their shitty insults. Like someone will say something mean to you and they'll be like, oh, like, you can't take a joke anymore. It's like, was there a joke? That's when guys are like, oh, you can't squirt? No, I can, but when would that have happened? Would it happen?
This is her material. This is actually just her stand-up set. Because if memory serves me correct, this is just how she is. She just says things about having sex, and that's the joke. That's the joke. Hagbert says, and I think I agree with this, she needs to dress up like a man and go do open mics like Bonnie McFarlane did, and then have a funny breakdown when she finds out she's not funny. Yeah, that was some fucking crazy shit. Trembling says she shits on the older comedians because they're the ones who told her the truth about how unfunny she is before she had power, and all comedians had to grovel. That's probably true. There's probably a lot of sour grapes there. But then she figured out which ones she needed to fuck. That's more of that roast master essence I keep serving up tonight. Yeah, I'm sure she is very bitter about that. I'm unironically bitter about that. Yes. I think she's talked about it. I think feel like I listened to her on an old Joe Rogan podcast and she was talking about it.
When you choked me before we even kissed, or what happened?
I mean, that's, this is what happens when you want to, you want to fuck, 22-year-old twinks on using male enhancement products. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen.
Halfway through sex, you went into ketosis. When you took your shirt off and I saw your tattoo that says breathe. When would I have gushed?
This guy, he can't handle it. These girls are like, yeah, girl. Look how busted and broken these people. These are people that are like broken human beings. That Whitney really is a witch. She's just stealing their essence from them. And these guys right here, these are the bagmen. These are the rapists.
When comedy is done with skill by people that know what they're doing, it goes fucking great, okay? And I believe that if you think someone's too sensitive, maybe what you said was just lazy. Look at Robin Tran. Thank you, Robin, for showing everyone tonight that trans women do have a sense of humor as long as the joke is good.
Are you fucking even Robin the tranny, okay, is like, you're out of your fucking mind. You're out of your fucking mind.
How can you look at Robin and still be transphobic? I mean, in what world is she going to beat your kid at sports?
Yeah, guys, this is a really good argument. This is a really good argument, guys. Like, it's topical. People would really be worried about Robin. No, people might be worried about Robin Tran, like, fucking getting naked in front of them in a changing room. Because, Robin the tranny, my good friend, that they would assert that privilege. They'd be like, what are you talking about? And then they would get all masculine and aggressive, just like Robin did during their sets. What are you fucking talking about? I used to be a man. You don't talk to me that way. I'll beat your ass. Look at my dead dick. Look at my dead dick, little girl.
I mean, does she look like she could steal any of your teenage girls' swimming trophies? Like, the closest Robin's come to winning a trophy is the fact that her body is shaped like the Stanley Cup.
Does Robin the tranny, do you think they support Leah Thomas? Do you think Robin the tranny is in support of Leah Thomas? I don't know. This sounds like more of that punching down humor we heard that doesn't happen on OnlyFans. They just know funny. Now, I was told that this doesn't happen here. Liars. Not only is she not funny, she's also a liar. All references available at ladderwithcrowder.com. Hegbert says, I would be worried Robin would try to take my kids' dino nuggets. Trebling says, look at those eyebrows.
Now I would like to just address some of the horrible things that were said about me tonight, because a lot of the things that people actually think are insults, I'm actually proud of. For example, a lot of jokes tonight about me being single and childless. So was my father, and he turned out fine. Of course I'm childless. Like, who am I going to have a child with at this point? Kind of hard to cajole my last remaining egg out of my dusty ovary when all guys talk about now is crypto. They lecture me about a decentralized economy, yet they don't have central air. Sorry.
So what does she do? Does she go down to the comedy club and just pick up young, dumb, poor men? And then brings them back to her witch's castle, steals their life energy. That's kind of what she's saying. She's like, yeah, I kind of I'm just like the boys. I'm just like you guys. I like to take advantage of dumb, poor people. Just like the dudes, they're taking it back. The best thing to do when you want to fight against these kind of things, she's making jokes about everybody knowing the age of consent laws and blah, 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 blah. The best thing you can do is also let us know that you do kind of a similar thing. Use your money and your influence to take advantage of dumb coon. All references available at louderwithcrowder.com. Trembling says she's Cruella de Vil without the humor. Yeah, she doesn't do fun things like kill puppies. You know, make gorgeous jackets.
Sorry, I'm not more eager to envelop the sperm of a man who, when the bill comes, he's like, can you get this one? My money's invisible. I just feel like I can't win.
ladies?
Either way, if you're a woman who gets work done, they'll make fun of you for that. And if you don't, they'll say you're old. Being an aging woman is like being the middle person in a human centipede.
No, people have an aversion when you make yourself look like a plastic freak because you're insecure about getting old. That's what people have an aversion to. That's what they're responding to. They're responding to you not accepting your situation. Okay? If you had just naturally gotten older and kept yourself in shape and took vitamins and took care of your skin, you know, just like my girl Martha Stewart, right? Just like Martha. Martha's never had any plastic surgery. She's never gone under the knife. She never would. She's an old-fashioned lady. She's classy. She aged gracefully, okay? I'm just saying.
Either way, this sucks shit. And yes, I've gotten Botox in my forehead. I have to. I date guys in LA. I have to get Botox so I look interested in what they're saying. Like, how else am I gonna get through that date? Like,
she's just like a dude, though. She's just like a dude that's found success and like wants to like just hook up with young idiots because they don't want to deal with like being in a real relationship. She's not interested in like a peer. So all the criticism she has for like the creepy middle-aged comedian guys that want access to college campuses, she's the same thing. She's literally the same fucking thing. I think they call that confession through projection. Trembling says she's never been around a normal person in her life. Well, at least not in the past 25 years, probably.
oh yeah, please. I'd love to hear more about how you're polyamorous. Yeah, cool. Please tell me about how you have multiple partners yet $0 left. After
Amanda, oh my God, let's see Amanda Knox.
about how you have multiple partners yet $0 left.
Amanda, she's like, no, she didn't. Look at this stone face. He's not really laughing. Oh, Robin is just like, wow, what a superstar. This guy, he's like, this guy definitely is into these guys. They're into crypto. How the fuck did these guys get here? Were they like own OnlyFans or some weird shit? He's like, why does she keep talking about us?
After buying 1/10 of an NFT. Cool. You want
Amanda Knox cannot believe what has happened. She cannot believe her ears. She must not know where she's at. She's at OnlyFans TV. Home of the edge. Amanda Knox did not know she was going to be taken to the literal edge of comedy.
property in the metaverse, but you don't own one condom? Cool. Please tell me more about where you got those bracelets.
Does anybody believe that Whitney has not already gone through menopause? Does any of us believe that? She don't need, those guys can bust. Let them bust. Let the coomers coom, Whitney. You should be so lucky.
Oh, you made them yourself? Sick. Cool. So Tibet was a separate thing? Oh, right. That was the anklet. Sorry. Oh, cool. You put butter in your coffee? Sick.
Like, she's just like, well, now she's making fun of Joe Rogan. Shots fired. Shots fired. But now she's just improv. She's just riffing now because she's like, they're loving it. They're loving it, guys. I can't stop now. I got to keep going with this bit. I'm delivering right now. They're loving it. I'm a queen again. I'm one of, you know what? I'm one of Detective Donnell's bitches. All references available at louderwithcrowder.com.
Please tell me more about how Woody Allen's a genius. Cool. Yeah, please do more Norm Macdonald jokes, thinking I've never heard them. I love when you recite jokes from my dead friends and pretend you came up with them. Cool.
Best friends. BFFs, actually. I don't know if you guys are aware of that.
Everyone says I look older than I am, but let me be very clear. For what I've been through, I look incredible. Okay? I'm a female comic. Can't imagine what could possibly age me prematurely. Gonna be the late nights begging club owners on the road to let me change my clothes in the club kitchen instead of in his office. Or could it be the 10 years I spent waiting till 2 a.m. to go on stage for 3 homeless people after watching Rogan do 40 minutes, then watching Carlos Mencia do the same 40 minutes.
What the fuck? Hold on. 2012 called, Whitney. I want their joke back. Jesus Christ. Trembling says, yeah, this old life-sucking hag hasn't had a dick over 25 in her 15 years.
Of course I look like shit. You know how exhausting it is to be at work waiting to go on stage and have the dude comics force me to talk to their 21-year-old chickenhead dirty foot bitches in the hallway? Why are you on a date?
Why is she punching down this? More of this punching down. 21-year-old hood rat, chicken head bitches. She's throwing a little bit of that wigga talk. Whoa. A little bit of that wigga talk. That's how you know she gets serious. Like, what? I like how she was like lifting up her eyebrows like she has to do that.
This isn't fuck your daughter at work day. I already have to work twice as hard to get half as far. Now I have to talk to some random girl you found on the street posing against a wall with wings painted on it.
Like, she's like, this is like a reference. This is something that happened to her like 20 years ago. That's what she's talking about. This happened like 20, 25, maybe 30 years ago. And she has never been able to let it go. Like, it's crazy. This is kind of like, honestly, this is kind of like a meltdown. Like, she's kind of having like a fucking public meltdown right now.
I have to do that? The fact that I get shit for being a female comic who talks about sex too much, I showed up to work with a notebook. No hose, not one hose. It gets a little tiresome being a female comic since it's mostly people accusing you of only talking about sex by people who only talk to you when they're trying to fuck you.
Holy shit. Bitter, dude, she's very bitter. She's very bitter at these Reddit trolls. She's very bitter at these Reddit trolls. These incels. Like, you're just a hack. You're just a hack. You have a very particular experience. You have the experience of a female comedian, and you spend all of your time around degenerates. So the reason why your comedy doesn't hit with a lot of people because it's not relatable to a lot of people. A lot of women actually don't find your experiences that relatable. Hagbert says, can she say female comic once more, please? Well, goddamn it, I hope so. All references available at louderwithcrowder.com. I hope so. I mean, just to really knock it home. I want a home run. Hold on. There she is again. Wide open. Wide open faces. Gonna bust a nut inside.
Anyway, I do think that all the comics here deserve a ton of credit for doing this with me tonight, for taking this risk with me, for being such good sports. I hope we get to do many more of these. I also, dead serious, everyone here was my first choice. I know that's shocking, but I got the exact group of people that I wanted in this. And I just want to say that I am so proud of us that we got through this.
I wonder how they all feel like, because when they're looking around, they're like, oh shit, we're like all like diversity hires. Like we're here because of the way we look. Not a single person was there because they were funny. They were there because they fit a profile that she wanted to fulfill. That's wild. And she just kind of says it. She just says it. Trouble says, just think of all the fulfilling conversations those guys missed only talking to her when they wanted to fuck her. All references available at ladderwithcrowder.com. But yeah, that's true. I mean, she could have been telling them about her script, you know, for the female brain. I think we're going to have to watch that movie at one of these points, one of these days. I think we're going to have to watch Whitney Cummings' movie. Hagbard says, yes, taking a chance exploring the new territory of roasts. You saying that OnlyFans TV isn't the home of the edge? People haven't roasted anyone in 30 years, Hagbard. Nobody's been roasted in 30 years. Not until Whitney saved it. She saved the roast.
This whole show without saying the word retard.
Oh my God. Imagine this. Imagine that. Imagine that shit. Imagine doing that bit at the end. That's her closer. Oh.
Thank you so much for coming. You guys are the best.
Cause they had it tough, never had enough. Feared, love, and respected. Using words as a weapon. Testing she. Hurry up quick.
Somebody had a something that said, I'm here to smash Whitney. Wow.
Face coming soon. Sit up straight when she enters the room. Be enthused, but don't look too amused. This is her queendom. Please respect her rule.
Ding dong. It is think they are.
Wow. Obviously, I love that they like their music selection is definitely what Whitney listens to. It's definitely very representative of her and her wigga lifestyle. Trumping says she asked everyone if they wished to live deliciously before the show, and they had to make their mark. Yeah, they have to draw their own blood. Oh my God! Like really, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Like that's got to be the worst roast I've ever seen. It's up there. I mean, it's up there. I'm trying to think of a roast that's like more artificial and worse than that. Before this, the Bert Kreischer one was the worst one I had ever seen. I was like so shocked by how tame it was and how edited it was and how awkward it was. I was kind of shocked. I was like, how do you fuck up like the roast of Bert Kreischer? How do you fuck that up? They found a way. But this one was even more painful. By like times like 10 more painful. Oh man. Wow.
You need to get your shit together. This is trifling.
It's fucking trifling, dude. It's trifling. All right, guys. Well, it is very late. I went way later than I thought. I was going to do like a short one. I thought I was going to fuck around and talk about movies and watch some clips from this. We just watched the whole thing. Did the nightcap thing. That's just what happens here at Nightcap. We're having so much fun, you know? So I will bid you guys adieu. I will be back Friday night. I'm not sure what we're doing. Do something interesting. Friday night, Freaky Friday, as I like to call it. Now that I'm a roast master, I know how to make these kinds of puns.